nothing's really happening.
Oh, really?
But something that is happening is the sellers are very much on board here on the NVDA. Back into VWAP. Where is VWAP, you may ask? I'm asking that same question. Where is that VWAP? Oh boy, that's far
to get 225.
225.80.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
226 is so $2. Not that much when you look at percentage ATR, especially if you're looking at on earnings day.
Yeah.
That ATR might be a little bit. You might do multiples of
Ben
normal
Affleck,
ATR.
that's crazy.
So yeah, he's saying.
Jesse, man, stop it.
What is Jesse saying?
Yeah, he just kills me, man.
Oh
man, yeah, oh boy, oh boy, it's right. Oh man, it was a rough start for me this morning, and then things turned around. But yeah, Obi, it's that time. It's oh boy.
Is it that? Oh boy, it's 2 o'clock.
It's 2 o'clock,
all right,
man.
Okay.
Oh boy.
But I'm not done trading my position yet.
You're not done? Oh, okay. All right. So you take more time. All right, we'll take more time here.
They already switched the board up.
They already switched the board up.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Now Nvidia is really pushing into the bid here. Oh my God.
Obi.
228s.
Obi, I use this analogy. You know when, like during a comedy show, when they want you off the stage, they put the red light up there?
Yeah, they turn the light.
They changed
They changed it.
So like, get out of here. Yeah, get these guys out of here. It's been 3 hours. No, I'm only messing around with you guys, just so you know. All right, guys. Fantastic.
Good luck.
Solid week, Obi.
Yes.
Nice 2:30 break. We waited quite some time for that. Some banger trades. I'm all out of my NVDA
Good luck
trade.
with the rest of your week.
I hope everyone had a fantastic one here today. All out NVDA. It was an absolute banger. Rocking and rolling. Great time today, everybody. See you, Jesse. See you, everyone in the chat. Make sure your Friday Junior, you make the best of it. Don't spend it all in one place.
Yes.
Stay green. Stay cool.
Don't forget to tune in tomorrow in the evening for Fabian.
Oh, yeah.
Fabian
tomorrow as well, too. Sharif back tomorrow. So we got a lot rocking and rolling. It's going to be a fantastic Friday. Yes. So make sure you join us right here, Trader TV Live, 2nd to none, my guy.
If you're in that NVIDIA short, look for strong reasons to buy.
Look for strong reasons to buy. Let's send it over to the boys.
I heard the last part. I just heard look for strong reasons to buy. That's what I just heard.
I'm looking for reasons. Yeah, I mean,
if you want to cover,
yeah.
cover today. That's good.
Oh, so
If you're in the short, look for strong reasons.
Okay.
It's not that I don't know what
it's
it's saying.
So I got to try to.
I could barely hear what these guys were saying because of the drilling.
What was that, Neil?
What?
Oh, okay.
What?
Yeah.
The market's finally dropping. Now, the problem is, if it seems like I'm yelling, it's because I feel like I have to yell, but I don't have to yell. I really don't. That move in USO, like this is crazy. So USO spikes.
Yeah, we'll go on with that.
Now the market starts to come back in. I don't know what's up with it. Like I was shorting this off VWAP and like regular stuff. It stopped out, got back in when it rejected 91, and I think we're just getting some. It's not hurting that we're seeing what's happening in USO, but we'll take it. Let's go up to Adara, I believe. So I think the president's still speaking.
I have another oil headline here. This might be less USO and more some of these names like your Occidentals, your XOMs, Exxon, your CVX. As we get a report that President Trump is expected to convene a meeting next week with U.S. refiners and U.S. fuel retailers to highlight the administration's efforts to bring down gas prices. So keep an eye on these oil names as, again, President Trump reportedly convening a meeting on efforts to bring down gas prices. We'll send it back to Sean and Neil.
You know what else we're seeing right now, everybody? We're seeing some updates out of Orogenics, ticker OGEN, on the NYSE American. The company's developing, it's activated its phase 2A clinical trial in Australia, and its first site is fully operational, and we've got patient dosing expected next. They're developing ONP-002. That's an intranasal treatment targeting concussion and mild traumatic brain injury, an area where there are currently no FDA-approved therapies. Alongside that, Orogenics has spent the past year strengthening the balance sheet, raising capital, resolving liabilities, and restoring exchange compliance. The focus now shifts to execution, with clinical progress underway and additional CNS assets under evaluation. Shout out to Orogenics. And the market just got to VWAP.
We like it.
Where's VWAP again?
We learned about TWAP over there.
Yeah, that was a
They
new
show
one.
time-weighted
Yes.
average price there. Not something that you can generally. I mean, there's going to be some charting softwares that obviously will have that, but VWAP much more commonplace. So we just took a bid there at 228.60. Basically, oh no, actually we didn't get filled there, did we? No, 227.64. Actually, just bounced straight off. I thought we got filled, but we didn't. All right, so that's at 70s right now. So let's just change our bid just a little bit. I mean, I don't think we need to be that specific, but we're going to be it anyways. We'll put a bid there at 74s, right at the 200 period moving average. This could be, Obi was just sort of saying there when we left, find a reason maybe to buy it. So at the 200 period, we have covered there, some 228s, which was only 40 cents. But if we can get this 70 fill, which we're pretty close to right now, that could be the trend to break. I mean, the trend already broke right here. We went long at 230. That was a lot of fun when it happened, but then it fell back down in. Then we started to go short, so averaged it in, got a little bit out, but we'll see what winds up happening. Oh, just bounced right there off 227, so 227.70. Hopefully this continues its downside move there. We want to thank everybody. If you are hearing some drilling downstairs, just because Randy struck oil yesterday, and now
That's why you didn't see Randy this morning.
Yeah, now he's got the whole crew down there. He hired a couple guys. They're down there drilling. So pretty soon, Trader TV Live fully funded due to the price of oil. So
We're gonna have our own sovereign wealth fund here.
this is exactly what it is.
That's what you do.
And it's going to be investable too. You guys can invest in the Trader TV Live Sovereign Wealth Fund.
That's
Someone else that has a sovereign wealth fund that has given it up a little bit there, Lucid. We got a ridiculous. Where's Adara at? She's still there. Does anything ever come of this story here? Because the Lucid story, did Donald Trump buy Lucid or not?
Okay,
Seriously?
so here's the thing. I
That's why I
think
bought
that if
it.
it was
This
a
is what
no,
happened.
he
Look.
would have said something,
Donald
or
Trump
Rapid
personally, or
Response
like
would
DJ?
have said
Listen to the
something on
story.
X. Rapid Response is the account that basically will immediately respond to any kind of reports about Trump. In early 2025, they were directly on X denying some reports surrounding whether or not tariffs were still happening, right? So I would expect either them or President Trump via Truth Social to respond if it wasn't true, especially because it reported by CNN, an outlet that President Trump and his team notoriously is not a fan of. So I think if it was quote unquote fake news, we would have known already. That's my opinion.
Right.
But either way, they said it was a filing, so they saw the filing. That was their whole report. If we get more details, I'll let you know.
I'm good with that. I think that's about right. If they would have thought that this was an incorrect story, it's clearly out there.
Right.
Why are they not pushing the narrative that it's not accurate? But I just want to show you guys this was the trade. So I flat out missed the story came out and it just ran, almost immediately from 505 up to 545, 550, right? So that was a 10% move. When it came back, that's when I got long, right? It was when it came back. So it came back. We defended VWAP right there, and then we just, as it blew up, man, we were sitting right here. We got a lot of these outs just boom, that candle halfway through, upside at 40, 50s, right? 50s, 55s. Then when it came back down in, that's when we sort of started to empty the clip a little bit on it. We got a last little piece out right there when we bumped up against 530 again. But right now you are drifting lower. I have my stop now breaking 510. Actually, I had it breaking 505. I think we'll just keep it there. 505. We're playing with house money. We don't have nearly, I could check. So 500, probably maybe we have maybe 15% left of this position or so. And it's, once the story was over, it was over. I'm actually surprised I didn't punch out right here when it broke the level there, but we didn't have enough shares left to worry about it. And all of a sudden it came back. We probably had about 25% left. Then when it came back, we got about 10%. So that's why we have that 15 or so % left here on LCID. So yeah, man, Lucid right now. Let's give it, you know what? Because this story is not confirmed at all, let's just go to 514 on this. We're basically giving back absolutely nothing on this one if it does not pan out for us. So let's go okay, you know what? I'm going to go 509. It's really a small position. We don't talk about share size, but it's really small for me. So we'll just wait to see what happens with Lucid right there, 15%. This was pretty good there, but downside. I have just about a unit when we talk normally for share size, but this is only a $5 stock. So I have almost more than double the shares on this Nvidia trade right now that I have on that Lucid trade. So I can, I'm letting this one go 50 cents. I can let Lucid go 10 cents. So that's what we're doing right now. Lucid, and then the IBIT trade. I mean, come on, man. This has been the banger for me of the day. My number one P&L name today is IBIT. We put down 44.75. Thankfully, it came through. Boom. Our best out is 45.80. We'll have to watch out for that. And that's all that I got on right now, waiting to see if NVIDIA comes. Wow, I didn't realize that stock.
I didn't realize it either. But it happened, and I've been looking to see what was going on with Webull. I couldn't come up with anything crazy, but I was going to wait for. Look, I actually was considering shorting it before when it was breaking through this level, like 950, but it consolidated up here, so you a little bit of a breakdown on Webull after that consolidation. But I'll treat it like it's a trend break, but it's more like a bull flag break or whatever you want to call it. Give it to the highs, and just let this one matriculate. 945 is an obvious level, and then the prior high at 935, and then the volume weighted average price. I don't have the time ball. I don't have the TWAP on this thing, so I can't really give it to the T-Weezy on that. But let us know what you guys are watching. I imagine it's going to be a whole lot of NVIDIA on NVIDIA Day, but I just want to get two things out of the way. I don't even have to say anything. CrowdStrike and CRM. Damn. Like, are you, like, both of these names, I know Okta was a big deal and everything, but how many people actually own Okta? Ain't nobody own no Okta. Who owns Okta in this? Who owns Okta in this chat?
Yeah, chat.
Nobody. But you probably got a little, well, old heads have some Salesforce, and certainly some people, I'm sure, got some CrowdStrike. They're the ones that struck oil. They struck gold. Headliner Amazon accused of selling banned drones. What's your point? Verge. They're Amazon. Amazon can do whatever they want to do. Banned drones. Amazon's been getting dunked on.
I feel like
all day
Amazon
long.
needs to do a better job of vetting some of their vendors.
Look, I understand. Like they're
selling fake stuff. There's a lot.
They're loose with a lot of stuff.
There's a lot of questionable stuff on Amazon.
I think that's fair to say. But
I'm gonna say that straight good.
That's not new, though. I don't think. We kind of know. You know the deal with Amazon sometimes. I feel like.
For sure.
Yeah, but you don't want these banned drones all over the place.
I'll see how Ramin's feeling over there. Yeah, no, I think
probably can't hear you yell.
No, I probably can't hear. I can't. I
smoke signal.
Barely hear anything over here. Yeah, no, I think you're right about Okta. They're not a very popular holding spot there. You know, now that I look at this, yeah, what is going on with Amazon? This is like not great. I mean, I don't know. Big move there on earnings, obviously. Back there, July 3rd. Was that the earnings date? Must have been. July 30th? That seems, yeah, must have been. But anyways, nice move upside there for Amazon, and just, halfway back already. So it's like you're now covering up day one of earnings. There, Amazon not holding the bid very well at all. We talked about the overall Mag 7 being up 4% or something this year. That's what I can call it Mags. We could get that for sure. But Amazon was 232 right there at the beginning of the year. So now you sat in this stock without a dividend all year at 232. I mean, whatever. I'm just talking about just from the beginning of the year. 232 to 255. Like you're up 7% maybe on the year there on Amazon. That's not a great look for look, positive is positive. We still have a lot to go, but it was looking a lot better up near the highs of the year and all-time highs. Now you're pulling back into the 50-period moving average. This could be, I've always said, like, I don't want to get more tech names, but that's not horrible. Picking up some Amazon at them spots right there. All right, still short on Amazon. McDonald's looks good for a McBounce. Dun, 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 dun. Chris is loving it. All right, McDonald's. There was a stock there that Obi mentioned was Nike, and I thought that was like probably beat up a little bit too. And I don't even know what the stock is doing on Amazon. On Nike. But look what it's
every time you say
timber.
The name of that company, I'm hitting a negative graphic.
But this one might be right too. So I got out of McDonald's, and it was a minute ago. It was up into this area when it was just barcoding. We've seen these tops. Felt bad about it as we ripped to the high side. I do no longer own any more of MCD, but I think you may. I mean, we could probably go onto the weekly chart here for McDonald's, but yeah, there might be a little bit more, Chris, to go. What's up, Chris, in Minnesota? I was in Minnesota at Shattuck with my daughter earlier this year as well. Love Minnesota. Went to the Mall of America for the first time. Man, that mall's big. You know, when they've got a slides and amusement park is the word I'm looking for.
Yeah,
Hello.
That's next level.
Yeah, they got, and it's a nice amusement park too.
Let's stop playing
There's
around.
really nice like roller coasters all through these different. It's all through like the food court and everything. There's actually, I think they have 2 food courts.
Y'all know how to do it if you
They
got,
have
if you got an
Bubba
amusement
Gump
park.
Shrimp Company or whatever, Forrest Gump, whatever that place is called. We didn't go to it, but that was nice. We went to Outback Steakhouse that night
Hold on a second.
when we were there. But is it Bubba Gump's? What's it called?
That's a real thing.
Yeah, it's called Bubba. Yeah, it's called Bubba Gump Shrimp House or something.
Like,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
like
look
from
it
the movie.
Yeah, I mean, it's for 100%. 100%.
Yeah?
Because we were going to go, but then there's enough people that were part of it that were like, we don't want to eat seafood or this or that. So we wound up going to Outback where you can have.
Who said they didn't want to
there
eat
it is.
seafood?
It's good. Yeah, Mall of America. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Bubba Gump, it's called, someone said in the chat.
No, so, inspired by the film?
Oh, no, there's pictures. Yeah, no, it's a film. It's a thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's legit, man.
crazy.
So next time you're in the States, go to that. But just talking about McDonald's there, look, I think that they've tried to revamp their menu. I think just costs are getting a little bit excited, right? I mean, you know, the cost of beef these days, like, it's just through the roof, you know, some of the expenses that all of us incur every day. And I think McDonald's is doing that and not doing a good job of passing the fees along, because to me, they still have a lot, like it's still dollar coffees here, dollar fountain drinks. I know they make money on all that, but you know, the higher end, like, I hate saying like a Big Mac is like a higher end item because they do have the McValue meals, but I just feel like $15.99 or $17 for like a Big Mac, fries, and a Coke seems to be a little bit much. And but I like the stock, and actually, you know what? I don't know if you know, Neil, why, but like I don't know why it's down this much. Like that is I don't know if they had just bad quarters overall. Like what is going on? That is down 22% on McDonald's there in about. I guess it's a long time. It's March, so, you know, 6 months, half a year, 22%. It doesn't seem like much you're loving it, but I think you might be right there, Chris. Maybe it is time to start to nibble a little bit, but I would like to do the research and try to figure out why McDonald's is down so much. I mean, I know there's alternatives nowadays. You know, we've seen Kava and CMG just put up a good quarter, didn't they? Chipotle just put up a good quarter.
They're cheap compared to Yum Brands. I mean, Chipotle, like.
What is their PE?
20.
Let's answer that question.
They're trading at 20 times.
20?
Chipotle's still over 30. Yeah, you
Might
know
be
what?
expensive historically, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's sort of the thing. Like maybe that's what you got to do. You got to look at what historically, like when was the last time it was this bad for McDonald's? Because I don't have a terribly good explanation for them.
Here's an American franchise.
It's been such a good company for so long.
Adair's favorite, 7.
Hey, 7-Eleven.
This was redeem 500 points, which is like,
500.
they have like a special or something. I was like, they just got these iced drinks in now. You're not too late, 7-Eleven. I mean, it's only the end of summer, but this was pretty good, so I decided to try this
You
one.
can't wait that long to get the iced drinks. It's now definitely too late. I'm definitely in for those Bubba Gump shrimp. I don't know if next time I'm in the States, it's probably not going to be till I'm in Florida, and I double checked. I don't think they're in the like Tampa area when I looked online there,
Okay.
Which is fine. Like the next time I'm not like somewhere else in the States.
Maybe there's one in like,
Because I love seafood. I'll try any seafood.
yeah, I feel like, I don't know, you guys let us know what Bubba Gumps is all about, but I feel like it might be like more fast. Like it's a sit down,
This is fine.
but I just don't know what the quality of the food is.
Aaron loves seafood.
Seafood is the best, yes, says Mike
100%.
Peter Ryder.
All right.
I am nervous. I do see some notes there about Marvell today, and I don't want to say I'm
After the bell tonight?
Yeah, I don't want to say I'm nervous about it, but look, it's not participating today. That's the only thing that I'm a little bit nervous about, right? The NASDAQ is up at 1%. I know the NASDAQ's falling right now. I'm actually going to, man, at least that drilling's not that loud, so we're fine with that at least. I just got out of some more NVIDIA because you know what? The more I look at this, the market is actually starting to take off a little bit there off of VWAP. So I know I have way too many fills on NVIDIA, but we're trying to let this one go. It just doesn't look like it really wants to. The stop was always going to be here at the 25 period moving average. So I just canceled my stop and now I'm gonna have to put another one in. So 220, I think that would really be 227.90. I'm just gonna go up just a little bit because it's earnings to give it a little bit more room against that. I think we'll average it in and then we'll go out. Let's go at 228.16s or so. Let's give it about 16 cents, which is not very much on earnings, I understand, but that's really at 90 right there. We'll average in a little bit more at 227.90, and then we'll see if we can basically double our position. We only have one unit on right now. We'll see if we can double that position off of there, and then see about a downside push off of the 200 period and the 25 period merging together there. But
Yes.
yeah, I don't know. You guys let me know what the story is there with McDonald's. People still asking the questions about that.
100%.
I have no idea.
Well, that's the thing. It doesn't have to make sense. It just has to be how it is. You can't ignore the price action. Yeah, with that bounce that's sort of happening on the NASDAQ, I'm just looking at this. Like Intel, it's holding the 90.5 where VWAP failed before. So it's basically like 91 to 91.5. Just above 91 is where the short is. If it breaks this consolidation, I'm just jumping out and then waiting for another shot at the top. Someone asked what was going, like why not be short IBIT? Because I thought IBIT was not as good of a setup as Webull to me, like the risk reward, even if it gets down to 90.30. But it is coming back in. I just didn't think that was
Go long somewhere.
as good as a setup. So I'm gonna get a bid in front of 40, and then I'll probably wait until we get to 30,
45.
35 to see where this is gonna go. 45 even?
Is that what you meant? We said 40?
No, I'm sorry.
Oh,
No, I'm talking about Webull.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm talking about Webull here. And really, remember, Webull is just doing it differently today. Like Coinbase. Yeah, like Webull's up 7.5%.
That is
It is.
oh man.
Coinbase is up 3.5, but it's already pulled back. See it rejecting these tops. Robinhood would be another one. That's I should have gone to Robinhood, not Coinbase first. Like Robinhood is only up 1%. When you look over, like it's under VWAP and dying. So Webull's doing this sort of on its own. And I just feel like the pullback makes some sense. So once you get the 40 fill, we'll look for like the 25 to 30 range as it finally starts to come back in. We got Arthur holding MU 920, 1 day to expiry calls, hope or take the L. You know what, when I was a trainee, I remember one of the things that got said is if you find yourself hoping for something to happen in a trade, and that's your you don't have like your reason for being in is gone, like whatever it was, like maybe it's past like the stop that you did, whatever it was, it's like that's gone and now you're just sort of hoping. That was always hey, you should be out of it. Once your reason to be in is gone, nothing else matters and you should be out of the trade. But I can't speak to what your risk parameter was on it or what you had. We can always have an idea of what the chart is doing. And I'll be the first to tell you, I did not think this was going to happen to the memory names today after the quarter from Nvidia. So I'm just as surprised. I thought it's a breakaway from the 50 and a chance to retake the 1,000 and all that. And now all of a sudden you're potentially breaking support. Now, has it broken the weak support? I suppose it hasn't, because there's still something underneath the 900 level. But unless that was your out the whole time, I just can't see. I'm not really seeing the positivity here. I'm sorry. There's not much to look at. And I say this as somebody who tried multiple times this morning on DRAM, and DRAM's like right back to where it was. You know, I thought it was too far. The market went V-shaped, and this is the telling thing. So even when this made the bottom at 957, like you made the bottom on the Qs, and we just kept going higher and eventually broke out. And this is right back at the low. That is the most obvious sign of relative weakness that you're going to find. It's almost undeniable, so it kind of sucks. And then here we go, Chris.
Same guy.
McDonald's has struggled with inflation costs and struggling low-end consumer spend, but it's overdone, in your opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's part of the
Okay.
call, right? Is that it is potentially. We did get short there on Nvidia, by the way, so I'm gonna have to start ringing some kind of Reggie now. There it is on that short. We talked about getting it just in front of 228, so we actually get yes. This is a money. Right now, let's go. Right now, yeah, nice little move to the low side there as we put up some more shares to get a little bit more out of NVDA. I don't know how far this is going to go. I feel like we just got a rejection, which is what this is creating to the downside. So I'm going to just continue to get out here on the bid if we can, which we are doing, and just at 227. This is the lowest it's been in this move down. It's silly because I lost money here. Like the minute, and I was sitting here, Obi was here, obviously, Neil wasn't here when that broke, but it was just like, once it rejected 230, I really thought it could hold the so just being not sloppy, more stubborn, I guess. Like I thought it was going to hold the 50-period moving average. When it did it, that's when I should have got out. Like when it didn't hold it, instead of trying to average in there and then eventually, bang. Thankfully, man, I hope Easy Peasy's here because this is the exact kind of trade that he and I talk about, and that, it's just the sort of the reversal off of a rejection. I don't ever pigeonhole myself, I'm a reversion trader or anything like that. I don't think that that's proper to do that. But if you are looking for something that's been working for you, I don't disagree with it at all. For me, it's just more trend break right now. Like this is a 50-period moving average, the purple, or the pink, all the way up. And then when it broke that rate there, that's sort of when the move sort of got escalated down into the downside there. So I think that's the proper way to basically deal with everything, is wait for the trend to finally break, because this thing was super hot, man. It was over 10%. Like it broke 230 today. The all-time high is 236. We sat here yesterday, and I even was talking with Baxter on the way home, and it was my eldest, and I was telling him, like, look, I'm not even sure how much NVIDIA can go. And I think you and I were talking about this on the after show. It's already 7% of the S&P 500. Exactly. It's already like 13% of the NASDAQ. It's already $5 trillion. Can it realistically add 10 more percent?
Without there being some serious profit taking.
Oh, here's another $1 trillion company. Why is GameStop sitting at a pinned price? It's that low at 18.
Yeah, sorry about that reaction.
I thought GameStop was trying to hold that $21 level. Once we go at the chart, we'll have a check of that. Yet the warrant, okay, well, this might be something else there, are soaring. Oh, isn't there, Adara, can you check this out? Something about GameStop's report last time, there was something about warrants, and that they could be exercised at some point for shares. There was something. So maybe that date.
Yeah, because they're up 50%.
I was going to say, maybe that date is upon us or something. But there's a story.
Expiration date was October 2026, October 30th, 2026.
Okay.
At 5 p.m. I haven't seen anything since. That was as of October 3rd, 2025 when this started.
So, and can you just confirm that the warrants are for $32?
That is correct.
Okay, well then, tickle me pink, or whatever they say. I have no idea. What is the price of GameStop? It is $18? And the warrants are going up?
No, that can't.
Well, the warrants must be almost worth nothing, right?
You're telling me this warrant is the right to purchase at 32?
No, that must be something different.
That can't be right. No. Really?
More work need to be done on that question.
I'm with that. That doesn't.
Okay, here we go. Someone there, Pranit. Here, this is what Pranit said. I'll put it up. I don't know. I haven't read this yet.
High leverage speculative bet.
I'll put it up. GME's soaring because of a high leverage speculative bet on GME rising sharply. Yeah, okay. I was going to say that, potentially just low liquidity. There's one person that came in and was like, I'll take those. Like, I think GameStop's going to double from now to the end of October. Oh, by the way, oh man, this has been quite the move. Like, I just wish I was smarter, man. Like, too many outs on the way down. We still have half the position, but there it goes. And I'm going to, take out a little bit more there at 18. Oh, listen to this story before we go over to Adair. She was at the wall. So I just met my friend. I went to go see Gia. She's over at U of T with her training camp, right? So she's over at U of T with coaches from U of T and everything. And one of her coaches that I just met basically a couple months ago when she signed on with her new team, we become sort of friends. We have a tournament in Detroit. So he goes to me, and it's in October.
Okay.
End of October in Detroit. Okay.
Well, I already see where this is going.
He looked it up.
Of course.
He's like, hey, do you think you'd be allowed? He knows, we're both married. You think you'd be allowed. There is a Michigan Wolverines game. I believe there's a Michigan State game. There is a Detroit Red Wings game. And there's a Detroit Lions game. So he's like, choose which one would you be interested in? I was like, you know what? I said, you know what? I want to go to Ford Field. I've been to the big house in Michigan. So I saw the Maple Leafs play the Red Wings there, actually, when Barron was born, when Gio was just born. So must have been 11, 12 years ago. So that was cool. But they are playing
The Green Bay Packers.
the Green Bay Packers.
Are you going to wear your Packers gear? That's the only question that matters.
The
That's
problem
the
is
only
the lowest
question that
ticket
matters.
is $700. I'm going.
Of course you do.
So I'm trying to negotiate. Marissa's already said go, so thank you so much to that one. But yeah.
If you're a Packers fan, it's an easy.
Yeah, and the guy, and I'm not sure, I don't think he has a dog in the race or whatever, horse in the race, but yeah, how cool was that? So just the
that's a
story is
no-brainer.
like, we're going to be in Detroit for a week, and it
Ford
never
Field's
works
nice
out. Like,
too, man.
yeah, I know. And when we were in Boston, the Red Sox weren't there, so I was like, womp womp. But now, yeah, that's going to be awesome. Ford Field, Packers. I wonder if you guys are in Detroit, am I allowed to wear Packers? If you go to Bills game and you wearing like New England or something, you better hide your.
First of all, we've already seen what happens if you do that.
Yeah, that was 20 years ago, but I
don't think it's
I
much
do
better.
wonder.
Before we go to Adara, just very, very quickly, Intel was 91 to 90. It just bounced clean off the $90. Like, I mean, clean off of 90 even. So I just jumped out of the trade, and I'm thinking about where we're gonna move the stop to Webull, but I haven't decided. It bounced off that 940, which was the next target. I'm thinking I should just place it at 950, but my gut's telling me, like, give it back to break even and look for a place to reload it. But let's go from the window to the wall, because I see Adara. We can't leave her waiting. More earnings, I think.
Hey guys, it's today's segment of To the Window, to the Wall, where I pull up an infographic window and we talk about it on the wall. Now, I have a whole bunch of visuals out on X at TTV Research on Nvidia. I have one on CrowdStrike. I've got a whole bunch of earnings previews. You can check those out on X at TTV Research. But I thought, what would look the best on the wall today, and what info do I need to give you guys the most? And in my opinion, that's a look at these massive docket of post-market earnings tonight. Here are 10 names of note. All of them have pretty decent implied moves. You can already find this visual on X at TTV Research. So let's get into it. Autodesk and Workday both coming out at 4 p.m. These are going to be, I would say, the smallest expected moves that we have here. 8% for ADSK and 7.7% for Workday. If you go over here, 4:05 p.m., you've got roughly half of the big earnings names tonight reporting at 4:05. ULTA, 8.5% expected move. The largest by far goes to Elastic NV. This is, at least at one point, was a Dan Ives play. So this one has a 19.3% expected move. They are in that AI tech space. Next up, Rubrik, fairly recent IPO. This one went public, I believe, early last year. You've got a 12.6% expected move for RBRK, 10.3% expected move for the bell of the ball. This is, I would say, tonight's version of NVIDIA in terms of levels of excitement. This is Marvell with that 10.3% expected move. Sentinel-1, 12.6% expected move. Affirm, it says 4:10 p.m. I find they usually report closer to 4:05, so just expect them potentially a little bit earlier, but that's got an 11.1% expected move. Gap, usually pretty timely at 4:15 with a 12.1% expected move. And last but not least, I put TBA because it says they're going to report at 5:15 p.m. for IREN. Last quarter, they had their press release at 5:17, so we could get a pretty late release for IREN. Either way, when they come out, we're expecting a 10.6% expected move. You can find this visual and all of the expected moves on X at TTV Research. Plus, I'll be reposting it a couple minutes before these earnings hullabaloo begins at 4. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, make sure to check us out on X at TTV Research. We're also on StockTwits at X at TTV Research with less infographics and more kind of text posts. So either way, check us out. Enjoy the show. That's today's segment of To the Window, to the Wall. See you up here this time tomorrow. We'll go up to the guys. And
Maybe it was. And what else did you want to
What
say,
was the last
Adara?
part?
What did you want to say, Adara, at the end?
oh, just donate.
Oh, perfect.
Honey P.
Then I'm glad
What
we went back to you.
Hold on a
for
second.
that.
We're not at 7,000? We haven't crossed the 7,000.
Well, someone's right now is going to donate $91.
Yeah, I mean, we're $91 away from 7,000. Well, that says we're like 102. It doesn't really matter. We're very close to 7,000, but I want to remind everybody that Angel Hair for Kids, the way it works is every
NVIDIA.
2,500 is a sponsor for one child to get a wig, and Fabian has the locks to make sure we get, I think, up to 4, I believe. So let's get her done. Let's get it done. Let's get to that 10,000 mark. Obviously, every 2,500 is fantastic. And thank you, Easy Peasy.
There he is.
Easy Peasy in the house with the donation. We appreciate you so much. Everybody. I mean, everyone's so kind and everyone's so generous, for sure. So I want to thank we have the best community out there. We say this all the time. We really, truly mean it. And this is a fantastic cause. And I think everybody can get behind it.
Look, I mean,
the reason why the wigs are expensive because you're taking real hair and making a custom for
yeah, of course.
for each kit,
Oh gosh.
child. Okay, so something's probably happening.
Adara's having a moment. What's up, Adara?
Okay, so a lot of times when I see President Trump share this type of post, and I'll explain what type of post in a minute, I like to do my research first, and that's why I kind of did that little titter in the background there. Let's get into it. MU being praised by President Trump, but there's a big caveat. So we'll start with what he said, then I'll end with the caveat because I think the caveat is massively important. Great news, all caps. Micron, one of the, quote, all caps hottest companies in the world, just announced an all caps massive $10 billion investment in new research labs right here in America. They're keeping us at the absolute forefront of AI and advanced computing. I think this is supposed to be a flag emoji. Combined with their previous all caps tremendous $250 billion commitment, they are taking over tens of thousands of great American jobs. We're bringing critical technologies, all caps, back to the USA. Because of our great policies, companies are investing, all caps, trillions. Then he praises American companies for investing in the U.S. He praises, quote, Micron's fantastic CEO, Sanjay Mehrotra. And so then I looked into this. And I thought I had heard this story before, and I have. It's a week old. So President Trump, this is not the first time he's done this, praising week old, or in some case, with one case with Amazon, month-old stories here on companies. So again, last week, it didn't even move the stock when they announced it. Micron announced a $10 billion launch of Micron Research Labs. Now President Trump praising that week-old announcement. So I just wanted to provide some context for that truth post. Back to you.
Thank you, Adara, all caps.
I love how Dara reads it all. It's even the all caps part is in there.
That's the dedication.
That's
and
the professional, focusing there.
That's what we're all about.
On that. So we do appreciate that. But yeah, I mean, has that done anything to Micron? It's starting to sound a little bit desperate when we're like the president is announcing these things. It's like, okay, Micron, I'll do you a solid and just tweet out about this or whatever, post out about it, and then the stock is just like, okay. But yeah, look, you can see the volume picking up just a little bit right now, but the volume's also picking up market wide here as we enter, as we enter our power, but not quite yet. There's only 230. So yeah, Micron right now down 2.74%. I mean, it all started this morning and we were looking at it and the market wasn't really falling, but we did notice that like DRAM and everything really was giving everything back, and Micron obviously a big part of that story as well. SanDisk, we did get that question about the 0 day to expiry for 9/20. I still, like, if I was going to take a loss on it, or depending on how much you have in it, I still think there's a good chance that we can get back up to 9/20, if not VWAP, and then take off. I mean, that story is not going to hurt you if you do have those 0 day options. But we just, while Adara was doing that, we broke VWAP. And we like, honestly, this trade for me, is more like, was just a good idea. Like once we got stopped out there. So it's kind of not really revenge trading, but this is when I had the idea that we should just be shorting because there was really no bounce back there. Like once you're already off about $1.50 from the highs, I was just like, forget this, man. Like why am I dip buying when it's not right? So, we had to take some L's there, which I'm not really that proud of. But, at the end of the day, we reversed it out, took it out there, was good, waited for the bounce back. This is the reload here that I'm like the most proud of, right? Because that was a 200 period. We don't normally do stuff like that. Normally I punch out when that happens. This time we reloaded it because we identified the trend. So, just changing up the style a little bit sometimes does help, and getting a little bit more aggressive when the trend is clear. And I think that was right there. That was a good example for NVDA. IBIT, I know we sort of talked about this a little bit before. I'm sitting at 45 just to see. I mean, last time we had this move down in, we sort of absorbed that 45 and then took off. So we'll see if that can happen. We'll put another offer at 45.36, but it's still the same trade from before. I only had 7 or 8% on the way up, and I just got a little piece out just when we came on air at 130 there. So yeah, Bitcoin actually fell pretty good off 81,000 there today. Back down now to 80. So we'll see if we can get going. Let's put an offer at
79,999.
Is that, yeah, 79.99.
Well, it's not
How high did it get
Well,
to?
it's 9.6 now. 9.4.
I'm going to just offer right here, get some 34s. I know we're just talking about Bitcoin there,
But
but
the actual high.
yeah, what was it here?
I don't know. I only saw IBIT.
Okay, I'll check.
It's like
That's
right
what I'm
at
looking up right
80,000
now. See you later.
I don't think it broke 81.
15-minute chart. Let's just go to a 1-minute chart. I just want to see the exact price. 80,000. Yeah, 80,008. So 8840. So let's call it 80. Let's call it 80,800. So yeah, so now down, it's not even down that far actually, just down $1,000. So we'll see what winds up happening there with Bitcoin for the rest of the day. It should be an interesting trade. So Yeah, that's what I'm doing. We just took another piece. I think we got a piece out there. No, we didn't. We're at 34s right now on Bitcoin. So yeah, just chilling out here. Good little rebound there off of that move. But we already, did you take the long? No.
Long? No.
I was thinking about actually getting it all out and taking the long. But we're just going to, we stopped out a little bit above the 25 period before. Now I'm going to stop out proper. If this takes 227, we can just get rid of it, put $1 in our pocket. We just have a little bit left anyways. So good outs down there at 225, 226.75. So we'll give this a little bit more room, but it is going against us for now.
Well, I mean, Nvidia might be strong off VWAP, which it's good that it's bouncing there. Fine for some that like it. But I looked at the NASDAQ dropping under VWAP and then coming back in. And my thought is, as long as we're underneath that, and still looking at that back end of the trade, find something which is under VWAP short, like relatively weak. So I just went back to the stock from this morning, which was SMCI. That's a miss right here. That's a good VWAP or trace, like short trade continuation. But we're going to play the consolidation. So I don't want it really going past this 30, because I think taking 2 shots at it, give one to 30 and give another shot at 38.5 is going to make sense. And then I've made my mind up on Webull. So Webull, don't want to add to it, because this is strong, right? This is obviously a pretty strong stock today. So I'm not going to add to the short. I think we just get out if it breaks 950. Like, obviously, Webull's decided to be on a bit of a mission today for whatever reason. So if the reversion only wants to go halfway to VWAP, then fair enough. You take what you can get, and then we're not going to be upset with it at all. So the new position for me is SMCI. Let me know what you guys are watching. As I said, I want to try to find something which is weak, which can be faded on any bounce. But the other side of that coin is, where are the longs? Tesla's at HOD. Breakout trade now. I don't know how much I'm favoring a breakout at this time of day. That feels trappish. But good look for Tesla. 3% today for Tesla. That's the problem when there's so many big-time movers. That's a really good day for Tesla. And it's reestablishing that upward trend that it's been in. But 3% kind of just rolls off you just forget about it on a day where there's so much. And Saram says that I think it's time you own some Okta. Okay, so for the record, I was the whole who cares about Okta thing, I was joking. The reason I was joking about it is because if you remember the aftermarket show, we were saying of all the earnings that came out, Okta's going to steal the show tomorrow. That was what was said. And then, of course, I didn't expect CrowdStrike to be up this much. I didn't expect Nvidia to do what Nvidia did. I didn't necessarily expect, Nvidia wasn't as crazy. I didn't expect CRM to be over 20% to the upside. So it was really more in that context. Yeah, of course Okta's having the better day. And this, we were talking about this in the aftermarket show. It was the one name that was just clean breakout on a good report and had the continuation while we're all looking at the bigger names. And then it continued today. It's absolutely gorgeous, but no. I'm not adding another cybersecurity name. After today, the portfolio's got enough cybersecurity. I didn't sell anything. And Palo Alto was up double digits, and they didn't even report. I'm happy with the 2 we got. I'll just leave it at that. But Okta, fantastic. It's done great. You can't really complain too much about it. Noon Loon sold Crowd and PanW. Hey, man, sometimes you got to ring the register.
I mean, it's right at that spot. I don't think there's anything wrong with selling.
There's nothing wrong with taking profit, man. I didn't. I'm kind of thinking maybe I should have, but I decided not to. And another donation from Bill. Shout out to you. I've been thinking about it.
It's literally at that same
But I just
level.
don't want to.
Yeah, but
I don't wanna.
This is right there. I'm not selling it. I'm not selling any more of my positions ever.
I don't wanna.
227.05 right there. And if I do sell, look, if Palantir gets back to 220, if Marvell gets back to 330, I think we'll sell those off a little bit as well. But I don't think there's anything dire or anything. I don't need to raise cash for anything right now.
I got one for you.
We'll wait on that. Here comes...
Palantir went 187 on a Michael Burry short.
Yeah, exactly. In your face, Michael Burry.
That's the one and only time we get to make that joke. Because you can only make it on a day that Palantir has a big update into 187, and 87 is
the one thing about it is I don't know what Michael Burry's positions still currently are.
Oh, I don't know. I'm just making a joke.
Are those ever
He's rich.
posted
We can make jokes all we want. The guy's rich.
Pardon?
Did Michael Burry, is there anywhere where they actually post, you could go on Kathy's Arc and find out what's in
No, so he posts some of his positions on Substack.
Right.
And he'll just provide random updates, sporadic updates. They're also, so Substack is one of those ones where even with a paywall, you can't really get around the paywall. Like there's some news sites, like for example, you can get around the paywall on Bloomberg, you can get around one on Reuters, you can't really on Wall Street Journal, you can't at all on the Financial Times. Substack goes into the latter category where you really cannot get around the paywall.
I have, if you need something on Wall Street Journal, I think that comes, my Apple subscription, I think comes free Wall Street Journal.
Well, next time I am in need.
Yeah, let me know, send me the link and I can unlock it and then cut and paste it and send it to you.
Well, I appreciate that.
Are you allowed to do that? I think so, right?
I mean, you're the one that just said it. You're the one that just said on a live stream.
I would literally
thousands
never
of
do
people.
that, but I was just saying.
I, for one, have never done that with paywall fantasy content for my friends.
No, you would never. Do something like that. Sarcasm?
Never.
No, we don't.
I mean, and think about it from this, and I'll do it to the next level too.
We're both
Like,
being
yo,
completely serious.
Can I read? Can I get this like article from whatever? I'm not going to name the site, and I'll always make sure if it's something that's saying a position that I like for one of my players, or maybe it's trash talking player they have that I want to be able to get. I'm like, oh, for sure, absolutely, you can go read up.
Yeah, go read up. It's
Let's
very,
go.
very valid
That's what it's
information
about.
over
yeah,
here.
and by the way, wow, you read that article? Oh, so here's this trade offer. I'm glad you found that interesting.
Yeah, and I think you should do it. Okay, by the way, we did it again, guys. 227, so now taking 40 cents on this reload. My average price is changing, of course. We go first in, first out. So when this trade is all done, it just comes off. And then when this is added back on, it gives you an average price. And then when this comes off, so my next fill, my price is going to, watch, my price is going to change here. Can't believe I'm just getting out just to show you guys this, but I'm at bidding 40s right now. You'll see, so my price right now is showing, where's Nvidia? 227.30. So if I get a fill at 40s, that price will probably change because it will change down. It'll go into whatever these prices are right here as we get some more shares out on Nvidia. But there it is. Did we just get that fill? Yes, we did. So there, see, 227.22. So now it's looking like, yes, okay, what's going on now? I like it a lot. This Nvidia short's actually been better for me than the long. We did have the long earlier on in the day, of course, right here once it busted through. Again, you know how many fills I have on Nvidia today? Like way too many. How about
180?
Yeah, over 200. So more than 200 individual fills here on Nvidia today, and I have fees. So I have 200, like I just got another fill there, right? So I have 260 fills on Nvidia today, and my fees are $24. So not bad at all as far as managing the fees go. Like when I just get filled there on the bid, like right now I'm bidding nothing, but if I was bidding 226 and it fills me, we actually get a rebate for that. Now, obviously, every single one of these fills is, 10 shares, 5 shares, something stupid like that. So that's why I have so many shares, but so many fills. But as it comes back in, we'll start to massage it out and take a little bit more, obviously. And I'm just using those shares as an example. But that's how, it comes into getting filled. So you got to be careful with whatever positions you guys are talking about there. Lucid has come back up to the upside a little bit. Again, we're just flat on this position. Let's see if it could break VWAP. Let's put some more offers in and around 30. Maybe we get going over there, as we still have not had a denial of that story where President Trump is either in Lucid or he isn't, but apparently he is. So we'll wait to see if that can pop up. And you can tell, when did the news come out? I mean, right here, 11:30, when it sort of popped right there on vol. So far so good. But there goes Scott H. I see that story there. I'm going to put it up for you. I saw you put this out before, so you probably are right, which is why there's really no action on this. Scott there, thank you to everybody in the chat, of course. Trump bought in June when the price was at its lows. Oh, man, all these guys are just so smart at trading. He bought $15,000 worth of shares? Oh, per ChatGPT. Okay, well, might be right. He bought $15,000 worth of shares.
15,000.
Okay, so that 15,000, as crazy as it sounds, it would probably be a range. So usually it's about like 5,000 to 15, or I think maybe 1,000 to 15,000 would be the range.
Oh, is that
so
on
he
average?
bought up to 15,000. That could be a legitimate range, but I cannot confirm that he actually did this. That's according to a ChatGPT source. I want to wait until I have more details to say anything. But the 15,000, as funny as it sounds, could be valid because for congressional and presidential disclosures, that is one of the ranges that's provided. So it could be maximum 15,000, but there's a new range that starts at $15,000 or $15,001. So it could also be that. So I'll wait.
So there are some reasons.
I mean,
why
either way, you didn't really spend any money on it. Like,
right. The reasons
nothing.
why they're saying certain price ranges there. I mean, look at that.
I actually feel like that might be a short.
We just put especially if it was back in June.
Yeah.
Like we've been sitting here having a good time. okay? But like, don't confuse, you know, such a innocent face for not being ruthless. I mean, right there, 227 short. I mean, we just put that on, and there it is, $1 plus right now in the money on that most recent reload there. So I'm starting to feel like a little bit better about that kind of style and not punching out when we break trend. Like, try to use something a little bit longer, because I used to always use the 200 period, and now with the market and how volatile it's been, you can get moves like this. Like this short for me started at 228.50, so now it's at 225. If I don't get out and I hold the thing all the way, I'm infinitely more rich. But you know, I don't know that that's going to happen, so I need to change my style and stop scalping like this. But there it goes all the way down, now breaking through VWAP, and all we can say is peace right now to Nvidia, because that stock is now getting hit to the downside. Let's take another piece out right now to 225.50. I feel like when I put on a position, I just need to go for a walk so I don't actually exit out of it. But there it goes to the downside. Wow, you've seen all my stops have been very conservative, man. It's not like we're taking much risk in all of this, but there it goes, downside play there for Nvidia, $1.50 off the reload now. So yeah, man, it is downside. What's up, Save Man Woman? Have we got any more donations lately? We got to get those donations going, almost into the hour of power. And if you do donate, remember, the chances are about 55%.
The answer to that has to be yes, because we're almost at 7,100.
Well, there it is, right? 7,100.
Yes.
Perfect. So there it is, man. $27. We say thank you so much to Bill. We'll say,
oh my God,
you are awesome. And we'll say thank you so much for all of that, as well as we get ready to, you know, provide more kids with a chance at a wig.
Which
is $2,500 a wig. We definitely have secured 3 so far.
And let's lock that in, because it's going to get bumped anyways. Like, if we're not missing it by a few $100s. Let's be real for a second. Everyone can imagine how that's going to go. So thank you, T Daddy. I have a feeling
we'll get up to that 10,000.
Oh, look, we know we're going to get there. That's the reality. Every single dollar counts, and let's push it above that. Like, why are we even limiting ourselves to a round number at the end of the day? Why? Because 10,000 has a nice ring to it.
No, it does.
If you can get 12.5 is great too. All that matters is every 2,500. Bovin, that's right. You can sell some of your own stock, BHVN. It was a big time runner yesterday. It's not your stock, but it's similar to your name. We appreciate
you could issue a share offering.
Yeah, well, you could do an offering. Like, who did the offering?
Put that money into the hair.
Moderna did the offering. Just one note, everybody. Slick, how far will CRM go? I hope to the moon. That's a stock that I'm looking for the exit on. I'm going to be real about it. I've owned that stock for a while, and I think this is probably going to be a good opportunity somewhere in this run to get it out. But this time I have decided, we added back in, but I put the stop to 50 to give it a chance to VWAP. So if we break this 950 on Webull, then we're going to hop out of it, maybe look for the next available trade. I do think that Lucid's not really moving, but I do still think that, like, why isn't that a short? SMCI is still doing that little bit of a crest. I want the bottom of the consolidation, and then we'll play it by ear if it breaks down. But I'm seriously questioning why Lucid, if for a few $1,000s, gets that kind of a spike. But it's not doing much. It needs to either be some kind of an entry with tight risk or just flat bottom breaking this low. And that's the thing. If it just breaks the low, that makes much more sense. So it needs to break 515. At that point, I'll be much more interested. But yeah, the only thing we're in, just going to be the same 2 names. Like, nothing is too crazy. I think we've confirmed that the futures do not want to continue higher at this point on the NASDAQ. So Nvidia Is Now through VWAP. The NASDAQ's rejecting the volume weighted average price. So unless I find a third short, we're going to stick with what we got for sure. It's not going to be Tesla. Tesla looks entirely too strong. Part of me was thinking SpaceX just needs to give up 140 maybe. Like, that's got the 15-minute looks a heck of a lot better on SpaceX if you're thinking the short. Like, it's a false break, and then if you take out 140, you've got room to the low, which is at 138.5. But it's got to show me the entry setup, and I'm just not seeing it there. I'm definitely feeling like it feels like a take profit afternoon. And if that's the case, I don't want to be fighting anything. And there's no small cappers out there. I can't remember the last time we talked about a halter. There's one that's halted like about 30 times today. This BRNX, at least it feels like it's been that many. But usually we're talking about these in a positive sense, and this one already died. There's not much left to do with BRNX, but that's the one mover that you've got in the small cap space, which is BRNX. Did we get another one? Did we get another one? Joshua Rice. I swear if I donate in next week, y'all have 2 pays. They're not going to us. They're going to kids in need. That'd be cold-blooded, eh? If we like.
If I can ever grow some more hair and I can get some good donor spots, I'm going to go to Turkey and get a full hair, and we will not be raising funds for that.
No.
That is.
I ain't going that route. Look, man. I love the look.
Yeah, man, you look great.
No, I think I've always liked it. I'll be straight up. I've always liked it. It was always my plan to eventually just shave the head. My pops does it too. Like he did it before his hair was going. I just like the look. It's clean. It's easy to work with.
Okay.
The GOAT did it too. And if it's good enough for the GOAT, and that's Michael Jordan, by the way.
Yeah, Michael Jordan.
I don't want to get it twisted, everybody.
Okay, what's up, Easy Peasy? Katina N6K made me boot buy SNDK for reversal. Okay, what's up, Easy Peasy? The Katina indicator made you buy SNDK for the reversal. Well, whatever that indicator is, I mean, I don't know if maybe it happened down here, there when the volume sort of started to dry up a little bit, that made that bottom there, capitulated bottom. Nice move there at 114.50. It's funny because SanDisk, I was talking about it earlier today. I still think SanDisk works in this environment, even though on the daily chart, it ain't, it isn't that great, but that's a great bump off. Wow, I can't believe that got to $1,000, man. It went all the way back up 80. Can you believe that? $1,000 back on July 30th, up 80%. It went up to $1,800 in a month and a half. It went from $1,000 to $1,800 in a month and a half. Like, okay. An absolutely monster move there for SNDK, so easy peasy. Yeah, good job on that one. And I think Micron, all these names probably had similar fates, right? I mean, not as much, obviously, as SanDisk. SanDisk is nuts. This one didn't even get down to the 200 period. Micron went from 730 up, yeah, I mean, not the same kind of result, but 730 up to 1,000 there, so not horrible as that's coming in for Micron. Micron's not as violent as SNDK, and of course, as President Trump just finished tweeting,
it's a lot cheaper,
great
too.
American company.
Micron's single-digit P. Like of all the memory names, and I know they're not all identical. It's not fair to say. No. Like in Samsung, there's a million other things you can't even really include them. But SNDK trades over 20 multiple. SK Hynix and Micron are cheap. Those, and I think that's why they get a lot more in favor. Tyrone, we don't have to call Tyrone to get a donation.
Oh, Tyrone.
We get to call you out or shout you out another 55 bones. That's what we're talking about. Appreciate you, all of you, for sure. And look, it's just a matter of time. You know, we get one goal, we raise it, and then we hit that one and we raise it, and then tomorrow we have a little bit of fun. We all get to snip a little piece off of Fabian's coif and put a smile on somebody's face. Well, Derek just said, are we all doing that? Well, Fabian said that we could all take a shot. So as long as you just point to where we got to cut, make sure we get enough. You don't want to mess it up.
My worry is, like, what if we mess up the wigs? Because then I think that, like, what if some of us are really uncoordinated? I feel like I shouldn't touch this. I'll pose with this. I just can't touch it.
No, you're not going to mess up the wig.
As long as you cut up enough,
hair.
it's fine.
We're not cutting the wig's hair.
Okay, well, that's good.
Yeah, we're just cutting his hair. We can't
Yeah, we're basically sending, I don't know, how does that work, Fabian? I guess you send the hair away. There's probably a certain way to pack it, and then it goes away. I'm not even sure where.
They must give you something, maybe?
That's what I'm saying. I'm not sure where they're located. It has to be cleaned and vetted and everything, I would imagine. So
probably.
Yeah, I don't want to risk doing anything that takes a shot at that hair. Like that's a value thing here. I figured I should be a good human, guys. Thanks.
And you are.
I mean, thank you so much. That's 50 British pounds right there. So we want to say thank you so much for that donation. And that is absolutely fantastic. Make sure you do. Donating here is great. That goes to the show. And, stick with us.
YouTube gets a
tomorrow. We'll see if we can do something. But we are excited to get you guys to sort of donate first. And then, tomorrow, the goal that we're trying to get is up to there. So all these super chats that have been coming in, we'll see if we can do something. But make sure you do scan the QR code there because 100%. I don't know what GoFundMe takes. I shouldn't say 100%, but the majority of the funds there are going directly to the cause. So if you donate through the super chats, that's a YouTube thing, and there's a whole bunch of stuff going on there. But donate with this QR code. We want to say thank you to everybody. But let's just get back to trading just real quick. So on Nvidia right now, I've now pretty much changed the stop to 26.50. That's right there. I'm not going to reload it this time. I feel like once, twice, thrice. I could see a rally into the close today. So 226.50, let's just all do that together. Our last stop was 227, 226.51s. I mean, that's good enough. By the time it gets up there, we'll be good. Let's go to 61. I'd hate to be stopped out on the exact penny there. We have 10% left. That's it, okay, of this trade. We done. IBIT, let's go on IBIT. Heading into the hour of power right now, we did get some out there at VWAP twice. Let's let it go upside a little bit. If we can get 45.50s, I think that'd be awesome. And we are getting close enough to it right now. So, you might not think it can get there, but obviously with this market, we can get right back up to that. So I just put it actually at 45.50. I just put it at 45.48. So we'll get just ahead of this. We'll see if we can get that price as well. And I'm not working with too much else. Oh, Oracle, by the way. I had one short on today. We got stopped out for flat on our last 5%, but there was Oracle. What an absolute monster. I'm actually up more on, well, that's not true. I'm up to basically the same as Oracle and Oracle and IBIT are my top two stocks, not NVIDIA. So we lost on NVIDIA going upside right here when we tried to break through 230. That was not good. And then this shorting was fine, but we got stopped out of every single time we shorted NVIDIA on the way up. So NVIDIA, like I said, man, 270 fills, ridiculous on NVIDIA. But okay.
Something got into Robinhood just now.
Okay, yeah, maybe have a good look.
I don't know. I'm hearing in my ear news about Altria, but something looks like it's happening in Robinhood, and it's enough to make me say, hey, if I can literally just get the bid, get out. I might even take 49s here because we reloaded this and we had the top, but we reloaded to try to get that push back into the bottom. But whatever seems to be happening in Robinhood, Webull has been stronger most of the day. So I'm going to see if we can't jump out of it. I didn't really hear anything. Like I said, I didn't hear a thing. You're seeing Coinbase kind of break out a little bit, so they're all starting to go. And I'm just going to respect that. We'll go to Adair. I don't know if she has a story on it, but I heard something about Altria, but nothing about Robinhood, which just made a nice little jaunt to the upside.
I don't have anything on Robinhood. I don't have anything on Altria. I do have this move here on TTWO. Netflix announcing that they have released the Grand Theft Auto or GTA 6 showcase video. Netflix and TTWO both in focus with the showcase video in mind. A little bit of a bump on TTWO, but the volume on this is incredibly light, usually. Back to you.
Yeah, so I read this morning. They're doing that video, and it's exclusive.
So you can watch it on Netflix.
You can watch it on Netflix, and then eventually, everyone.
I guess I'll be watching that tonight.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. Everybody that's into it is probably gonna be piling in. But yeah, it just took the bid out on Webull. Look, whatever. The continuation trade didn't make sense. The short was up here if you're being real about it. Once you've got it, I don't know if I like the continuation, especially given the strength that we just saw in Coin. I don't know what's going on in Coin. I don't know what's going on in Robinhood, so I'm not going to bother to try to figure it out if it doesn't make sense. I want to wait for VWAP, I think, on SMCI until it proves to me that we're putting in a lower high. I don't want the same price. I want a lower high if we're going to continue on with that trade somewhere else. But that is looking good in Robinhood, and I do like them. If we're talking about the thing about Robinhood, here, I got to show you. The longer term is where you're really starting to like Robinhood. The fact that it lost the 50 and the 200, and then we've blasted right back, higher lows are in. This feels like it's bottomed out. Once this can take 120, once it breaks 120, then I'm gonna be on the offer personally. If it gets above $140, it's just myself, to each their own. But from that point on, once it gets past the 120, I don't want it back under the 50-period moving average. Once that breakout has happened to me, that's the breakout over the 50 period. And if it loses the 50 period after that, it's like ring the register from that 80 long. Manny Olives. I like many olives, my friend. Manny Olives, thank you for the donation. Appreciate you. They just keep piling in. You got to refresh. There's no way it's... Oh, it is still at 71. Okay, so those must have been from before, because I already said we were just under 71. But thank you so much there, Manny Olives. No, we are at 72. When I refreshed mine, it didn't do that. So 72.2. We're now $280 away from the third wig. That's 3. That's big things, everybody, and we can't really say it enough how appreciative we all are. That's just the reality. It's, you know what? It's one of those things that. It's humbling, right? How great the community is. That you do this, and it's like, oh, we set the goal at 5,000. How quickly do we get there? And all of a sudden, we have an actual chance of doubling that goal and getting to 10. And All we're doing is speaking words, and you guys are doing all the work by being so generous. That's the reality. But I wish the market was generous with bouncing off of this volume-weighted average price, but it's not. So it's trying now. So as I said, I'm going to hop out of SMCI, wait for it to get to VWAP. Don't want it to go past the break even. It was so much cleaner the first time, and that's fluke to get the low. I was sitting at the low of the day when it made the turn. That was just the target. It bounced after. I don't even know what happened at that time. Like, I got hit on the bid because that was the low of the day. I just waited at the low of the day. Wish we had seen the turn. Obviously, the long would have been.
I actually think SMCI is a great stock to trade. Like, it's a great trading stock.
It's like, wait for it to show it's moving that day. And then once you know it's not a flat day on the stock, it's a great trading stock.
Is that a headline? Netflix went down briefly. Okay.
Oh, like the app went down.
Netflix went down.
I thought you meant the stock.
Get the demand ready to go, man. That TTWO is not even really here. I mean, look at the chart. I'm going to do the earnings in a minute. We're almost out of Nvidia. Like I said, we have less than 10% left of this reload stock there, so that was a good one. TTWO, actually, do they not like it, Fabian? Have you been watching it over there? 235 down to 231 right there. So, yeah, I don't know. That seems a little strange. It gets released and then it gets dumped. This is one of those things where I always feel that it's buy the rumor, sell the news. So, you know, I've been wanting to get involved with Take-Two ever since this whole Grand Theft Auto thing, but then you keep on forgetting about it. You get distracted doing other things. This is where it's like, these were the good prices right there. We just came back in. This is at the beginning of the year into February. Then we retested it back in April, and it just came right in. Like, if you're going to like this stock, then like it against like some of the past lows. That would have been 180. So I think it was pretty much a no-brainer. Look, you don't get to you put your hand over the chart and you cover up this last half because you don't know it's going higher. But if you're down here and you're looking at it and you're saying, okay, where would my outs be? I feel like this 180 or 175 or whatever you want to do, this area would have been pretty safe if you were playing a November release of Grand Theft Auto. But remember, the market is forward looking. I don't know something that the market doesn't know. And in fact, like, I don't even know anything about Take-Two. So if this was going to ramp up into a November release, I almost feel like it should be happening now, man. I mean, we're almost into September, October, November. I don't think it's going to get delayed. You have 2.5 more months until Grand Theft Auto, is it 6? I don't know, is released. So you got to be careful with this stock. Maybe it's not a buy right now. And, you know, I guess things could always go wrong where they start to just produce underneath whatever their expected sales are, right? I mean, they spent, I think it's $2 or $3 billion or something on that. So Nvidia just popped like
half an hour long.
Cray right there, by the way. I don't know what happened with Nvidia. Dara's just gone for right now, but they're not crazy, but it was actually down at 225.60. I'm like, oh, maybe I should have reloaded it, but we didn't. And again, my earpiece, I haven't heard anything in a long time, but I'm sure it's working.
Mine's working, nothing.
Yeah, and nothing. So someone just bought it there, maybe off VWAP. It's been holding VWAP pretty darn well. So my breaking spot, though, to go long, I was actually looking at this thinking, if we're going to go long, look, I'm happy. Let's go. I mean, we did really well on that cover, so I'm going to be fine with it. We wanted to get out on a break of the 200 of the 50 period, but at the end of the day, I think it was overall just really well taken. Obviously, holding for lower didn't happen, but getting out too many times probably. But anyways, right into here, I was thinking about a 228 break long. You know, it's just right in here. We held that level downside. If the momentum can come up, we can actually go long right now, actually, and use VWAP. I have two. Do you guys want to do that? What do you guys think in the chat? Like, I think this is a close call right there, 225.90 or so possible as a bid. Just thinking about going long. I'd rather see a complete trend break and actually take out this 228 to the long side. So maybe we'll wait on it, but this is not a horrible idea. Long against 225.50 and the low of the move right now. But anyways, that's what I'm looking at with Nvidia right there. Okay, are you on it? Oh, you're just looking at Intel. So
yeah, I didn't get back in. I'm not kicking myself for not taking. Like, that's exactly like that wick's an entry. This wick should have been an entry here in front of 90.5. And then I'm looking at what's happening with the NASDAQ. Like, it's starting to look like a topping tail candle above VWAP. But that's a 15-minute. This is a 15-minute, so it's like 7 minutes for that to I guess, close. It can still close above the volume weighted average price. That's why I'm only looking short stocks. We got out of the bull. Short stocks that are underneath VWAP and relative to the market are weak. Thank you, Mark Robinson. But I see you have the earnings look up there.
Yeah.
A name that's not reporting, and
I don't want to pass on. I mean, you did say thank you to Mark Robinson.
Oh, thank you, Mark.
It does mean a lot to anybody that's giving any kind of an amount. Like, I almost don't even want to show this because I really do think that it's very, very important. I'm almost overwhelmed about that. I mean, we raised
10,000 is going to happen
real quick. So thank you to everybody that's donated completely, and we really appreciate all of that. But yeah, we have the earnings calendar up here. We've already seen this morning. Oh, you know what? How come we didn't talk about Best Buy?
Because it's Best Buy.
Yeah, it's not really doing too much. They're down 4%. Okay, Best Buy, Billy, China. Where's that China button? Dollar General, Dollar Tree. One was going one way, one was going the other. It was Dollar General going higher, Dollar Tree going lower. I don't know if that has continued or not. But to me tonight, and Adara's already sort of did her little rundown. I think it was at the window at the wall. But we did talk about closes today and who's coming through. Marvell, Autodesk, Gap, Ulta Beauty, IREN, AFRM, and WORKDAY tonight, and then tomorrow nothing. So you can go get that on Trader TV research right now. Just type in TTVL into, I think that's what it was, TTV. Yeah, but what is the actual handle is? Yeah, TTVR. I don't know what I was saying L for. TTVR. So type that in, you'll be able to see it. I'm excited for IREN, but I did want to have a quick check at Ulta Beauty as well, because this is a name that every time we're in the States, it's like, we got to go to Ulta, we got to go to Trader Joe's, we got to go to Dick's Sporting Goods. So Ulta Beauty, another move to the high side right there. We got to go to Five Below. We talked about that. So yeah, Ulta Beauty. I don't know, man. Like, I know Sephora is LVMH, right? LVMH is Sephora, I believe. And I think Sephora is the one making inroads here in Canada for sure. There's one that just opened up by my house again. Not again, but for the first time. I wish it didn't. That's going to kill me. But 460 low, 440. Have you ever heard of something, maybe Ramin has something Fridays? It's a summer Fridays or something like that?
What?
I don't know, something like that. But anyways, they're always buying lip gloss and all this kind of stuff. And then there's this spray stuff that you can get too. It's like perfume, but it's not. It's I forget what that's called as well. But they're all being sold at Ulta Beauty and Sephora and all that. So Sephora's are kicking here pretty strongly as well. But yeah, nice upside move here as we continue to go on Ulta Beauty. I like the look of this. Mark again, or is that the same one? But hey, regardless, man,
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Anonymous.
Sephora is Kohl's? Did I get that wrong?
We appreciate the anonymous too. You can say your name. We'll just make it. We appreciate you and everybody out there, whether you want the credit or not. Oh, one thing we should remember: hey, this is because it's through GoFundMe. It's proper. You get your tax receipt, everything that you want there. So you obviously take advantage of that to your abilities. I think it makes a lot of sense. So it's like anything else. You'll get your tax receipt, so you can go pay Uncle Sam. Assuming you're American. Here, it's different. Obviously, we don't have that kind of we don't have a nickname for when we pay our taxes. We just call it the tax man. We don't. We seriously don't. Just wanted to note, USO is kind of on the grind again. And because it is, I know the market's bouncing here, but it's on the grind higher, and that's lending me to maybe look back at some of the fades for sure. Cheese in a Chair just sent us a super chat. So before I go back to Intel, because it's starting to look strong, I don't want to give up on the notion of the short yet, but that's not looking as good of an entry as it was before. I might let it press a little bit higher, or yeah, maybe press a little bit higher before we try to take that one to the south side. Cheese in a Chair. Sean, it was your idea to get Okta at 160 this morning. You loaded up at 157 and tried to super chat. Oh, you missed the I tried to super chat immediately, but by the time you saw it, it was back to 162, was too slow. Sorry about that.
I don't be sorry about anything, man. I mean, that was, we had looked at that earlier, and I'd thought that Okta was a little too, not that it was too hot, but, some of these names had come in off of their earnings calls, and I guess that is what happened. And look, don't be sorry about anything, Cheese in a Chair, man. I'm just happy that you're able to make money, and because you know what? That's my bad. This is why I have the 200 period moving average on. I just talked about it with that Nvidia. There's so many stocks like that, right? I mean, meanwhile, while you were doing that, don't feel bad for me. My number one stock today is iBid. So while you were doing that, I was doing this. Wrong screen. I was doing
Well, that's
this.
my screen.
I was doing this right here. So as you were talking about taking that Okta low, I was taking this. So yeah, we're okay, man. But yeah, thank you for, oh, wow. We just got that fill actually on IBIT. I missed it. So there it is, man. This is the only one. We averaged into this one. We actually had 3 or 4 units down there by the time we had it. Probably 1 unit, 2 units. Probably took another one right down there. I think this was my biggest fill down there anyways, not just because that would be convenient for that to be, but I think it was because our price was 44.70 is what we wanted to take. So 75, once it broke there, that's 70, that's 80s plus 70s giving us 75. So we have that trade in our blotter. But yeah, good look on Octane. I'm glad. If you guys aren't joining us every day at 8 a.m., then you are missing out on something because we go over everything. We have a rundown. We have a good little discussion roundtable. As soon as we get more cameras set up, we will be having Joe and Sharif joining us at that first morning roundtable with Sia as well as Adara. So Neil, myself, Adara, Sia right now. Joe, yeah, there it is. So we're just going to set this all up as this roundtable continues to come through with Joe. This is where I am right here. Hi. Joe and Obi on this side and Sharif coming tomorrow. So we'll get that all wrapped up and ready to go for you guys. Hopefully soon, right? We've got to get those cameras going. Everyone's just pretty busy right now doing everything. So we say hi. Oh, the cameras are getting close. Did you just install that today? No, that one's always been there, I feel like.
No, the one that's on the ground in the corner wasn't there before.
Yeah,
that's
we're getting ready. I think we're getting ready.
I think we are getting pretty close to that.
Raise the roof up there as well. The greatest Raptor of all time is Kyle Lowry. I don't know if that's true.
Raptor?
Yeah, they are.
I understand he won a championship.
They're raising his. There's a game it's supposed to be the hottest game. I think they're retiring his number, and I think it's when LeBron's coming with the Sixers. So there's going to be LeBron here. There's going to be Nick Nurse, which is our Raptor coach.
I got a hot take
that we won the championship with, and then Lowry.
DeRozan was a better Raptor. And don't get me wrong,
better, but
Kyle won a championship.
That's why.
But DeRozan was a better player.
I mean, the best player of all time to ever be a Raptor, I think, was either T-Mac or Vince Carter.
Oh, yeah, well, that's a different, yeah. But I'm talking about between those two. They were the same era. One of them was unfortunately traded right before we.
We also have the Claw. Not Kyle Lowry. Our boy that's coming back, maybe Kawhi Leonard.
No, he's coming back because they didn't do anything wrong.
That trade, I don't think even went through yet.
I think we're getting him.
But anyways,
by the way, the market's bouncing, so I think it was the right decision. I was going to take this entry when it looked weak, but it didn't. I don't know. I don't usually say it, but it didn't feel right. So let it press into VWAP. But look at the way we're getting into the volume weighted average price. So the actual short, like that's a solid entry where it just obviously bounced. But waiting for it to crest above VWAP might make a little bit of sense. And I'm pretty glad that we got out of, look at Webull. What has gotten into these stocks today? Why is Webull so strong? We popped out, and then look at this sucker just go higher and higher and higher. What is Robinhood doing? I got to imagine this is, no, but Robinhood's now all of a sudden weak. Okay, that's interesting. So Robinhood goes into VWAP and fades.
Bitcoin's still going higher.
Webull continues going. Bitcoin's still going. Coinbase was the other one. Coinbase is still going. Suddenly, Robinhood is relatively weak.
That's where I get it from. It's Mike Lowry. That's what we are.
It's Mike Lowry. Mike Lowry gonna be all right.
Shout out to Zion Lowry.
They made a few too many of those, but that's fine. I understand Hollywood's got to make money, and Bad Boys just paid the bills. But they didn't make a few too many of those Bad Boys films.
Is there Bad Boys 5 of them or something ridiculous? I don't know.
The only funny thing about the last one was So it would just, let me finish this thought. Finish this thought. I'm going to short under VWAP, but I'm only going to give it to these wicks up here, not to the volume weighted average price. It's going to be to these tops. Give it to the topping tail candles at 110. It's about 110.80. The kid that dates Martin Lawrence's daughter in the first film, where they intimidate him at the door, he has a hilarious role in the last one. If you haven't seen it,
I haven't seen the last one.
I'll let you watch it because
don't worry about it.
It's easily the funny. You don't care?
No, don't worry about it. I don't. Yeah, I probably won't.
But the whole idea is you're dating my daughter, so they freak him out because they're cops. They got guns.
Right.
And then when he grows up in the last one, he's not this timid kid anymore. He goes full Rambo in this movie.
Okay.
I mean, straight up. I think his name's Reggie. No, Reggie's not playing. It's actually a little bit insane because you don't see it coming, and all of a sudden, he is Rambo.
You're talking about Martin Lawrence or?
No, the kid that was dating.
The kid. Okay.
I think they're actually even married in it. It was what the heck? But anyways, it is what it is. That guy makes the movie. Martin Lawrence is funny. I kind of feel like the Mike Lowry, Will Smith's character is played out, and then Will's Will. So.
I'm wondering about.
I don't like that game.
Yeah, I'm wondering what Nvidia is doing here. We just literally, as my kids say,
Nvidia is strong.
literally touched VWAP for some reason and came right back up, right into this level where now we're barcoding. This is the most expensive, not most expensive, sorry, the highest market cap in the world, and it's just chilling out right now for the last 20 minutes and can't make up its mind. So, and it's done 235 million shares today. So pretty excited about what Nvidia brought us today. So that's going to be really good. You know, some nice presence there to the upside. I did check the account today. That was nice for sure. With all those other names being part of this story as well, the CrowdStrikes of the world. Oh, you know what I want to check was Best Buy. We did mention that a little bit there. I'm close to thinking that like that VWAP bounce there has now sparked this take of 228. So if you're long right now, I think 228 is coming, but I'm not long. So if I really thought that, I could get long. Best Buy here. So I'm not sure what that quarter looked like, but you know they were producing actually. Yeah, Best Buy. Yeah, they came out.
It was
Best
decent, but I noticed their comp sales, specifically in their entertainment segment in both the U.S. and their international, really bad. And they were really good last quarter. So like some of these, for some reason, entertainment comparable sales just tanking on a double-digit basis for international.
I wonder what even entertainment means. I mean, yeah, because like, are they talking about like video game sales or, what? Yeah, okay. So Adair assumes maybe so on that one. Yeah, I don't know. Just looks like we had a nice high move today of 91 bucks. It tried to break that level there. It does not. Closes underneath. As long as we close underneath this 91 over the next 3 days, we always give it a couple days after earnings. This looks like a short to me. Trying to get into the 200 period again, and we'll see if it can, you know, take a bit off that. But again, like, it's so. Sometimes it just is easy. Like these stocks come into these levels and they stop and pop. But
You know this company. This is the one you were talking
yeah, I
about.
know. This is online marketing company. Highest. Ooh, this one keeps going. I should have bought this name. Like I was looking at this, just it's got a lot of social media hype around like $17 or $18. It's pronounced Zeta, I believe, or Zeta. I think it is Zeta. I think it's Zeta. And yeah, like
Zay.
I feel really stupid about this one because it was literally in this area. And that's why I remember 18, because I guess that's where the 200 period moving average is. And I think it was like I had heard about it because it was breaking out there. And I was like, well, if it comes back in, and it wasn't my trade, it wasn't my idea. I don't know that much about it. But that's been a really great move on Zeta. And as far as I know, they were kind of like a trade desk where they're going out, they're using AI to buy and sell ad space and curate it for their customers. And so they just started eating a little bit of trade desk lunch there. The reason why I think it's a risk, and it's obviously it's not that much of a risk, it's almost doubled since July. But I thought it was a little bit because I know Amazon and Google, they're all trying to do it like natively now in their own ecosystem. So I thought maybe that would mean that these guys are getting washed. But you know, similarly today, it's probably up. I don't know if they reported or not. Maybe Adair can find out. But this is Zeta, yeah. Okay, maybe they already did. But at the end, no, don't worry about it. I can easily check that up. It's just a risky trade to me. But yeah, I mean, I might know nothing about that. Oh, what I was using?
Tuesday, August 4th was when they reported.
Yeah, so a while back. So I was actually thinking that just like Salesforce, right? The rhetoric around Salesforce was they can't compete with all this agentic AI out there. Like, you know, people will install Claude and it will learn everyone's processes, and then you won't need CRM anymore because it will build one for you. But instead, CRM said, okay, if that's the case, then we're going to use Claude and make our platforms even better, and let it learn as it goes and give opportunities to customers to use Anthropic and Claude and whatever large language model they use. They chose Claude because they're invested in Anthropic. And you could see exactly the movement that Salesforce is having on more efficient workforce. So, you know what? Remember I said where Nvidia was going? Damn, shawty. I mean, there it is. 227.50. This was at 226.50. We were talking about it right there on that break. So, wow, that was $1 to the upside right there on Nvidia. Yeah, that VWAP bounce break higher. That was a good trigger there. It's 322.
It's 320. Jeez balls. Thank you for the super chat. The best Raptor point guard is Drake or Van Vliet.
I don't know about Drake, but Van Vliet was nice.
No, Van Vliet was nice, but we had a rapper that was a point guard, that was a legit point guard.
Yeah, Master P.
And that's Master P. Percy.
I don't know if he was actually a point guard, was he?
He was a one, wasn't he?
Was he?
He's too short to play the
but
two.
I think he's too big to play a one. I was gonna go the
He
other
wasn't
way
that
around.
big, was he?
I think he's 6'6".
You know what? I don't remember, but anyways, for those that don't know, Master P played for the Raptors. That's.
Yep.
I mean, I guess he's old enough that
His kid is.
maybe you know what? He's so old that people probably don't even know in the chat who Master P is. I know those that know, but maybe not everybody. And someone just said, Neil, Moderna's going again. Here, man. Forget Moderna. Where's Moderna? You go to the gates. Yeah, you go, Moderna. Do your thing, Moderna. Sometimes it's like that. Sometimes you have to read the read right. But it's just, and we're talking about it for the lesson of the day. You can't change the entry strategy from what was working the day before to something different. Like yesterday, it was very clear. Let it bounce, show a high, because if you don't have it from there or the resistance level, let it make the high and don't short it until it's shown you the top. And that's what I didn't do. By the time it showed the top, and now it's shown 145 is the resistance spot, like probably in here, that's when I'm not trading it. So, it is what it is. And now Moderna's headed back in. Remember, Moderna's not going randomly against the market. 7% down. Remember, they did do an offering. There's a reason why Moderna is down today. And for all of that, it's still holding above the 130. To me, the longer term sort of or midterm case for this is holding this support at the 130 level. Because until you break that, I don't know how comfortable the shorts can be. Because it's just one gigantic bull flag until they break that sucker down. So even though it's down 7% today, it ain't all that bad for Moderna, that's for sure. With 325 already, I haven't even looked. I don't think there's anything too quick. Tomorrow is going to be some rebalancing. Oh, there's something. Oracle's at 2.5 million buy with 25 minutes before the imbalances. Shocker, here's a real surprise. Nike is a sell imbalance of 1.5 million. Oh, that's right. Every time I say that company's name, I have to hit some kind of a negative, I don't know, what do we call these, graphic. We have HPE as a sell of 1.2 million. They reported that was a big yo-yo. NCLH, $1 million to the sell side. So the standouts obviously are Oracle, NKE. I don't want to have to hit it every single time. HPE, and I'm doing it for myself. But Oracle stands out. That's a pretty sizable imbalance for Oracle. More than 10% of the day's volume. It's up a point today, and it's a 2.5 million buy imbalance. This would be the perfect candidate for a big buy imbalance, 355 flip, because Oracle's got a lot of negative sentiment on it. So if that flips from a buy to a sell, it's like the perfect candidate for a short. But we have 30 minutes for that to go. We can wait around. We saw those crypto names that were bouncing to the upside. Robinhood is still, it's still at VWAP. Hasn't really, they just kind of double tapped that high, still at VWAP. That should be at 22.
Remember we got that.
There was,
Oh no, if you're talking about Robin, I was going to switch topics.
Oh, sorry.
It's about Micron. We got that 0-day option call, and it was at 9:20, and it was
nice.
Should we throw it in? And I was like, nah. I think Micron, does have a chance to get back up to there. Well, your chances now. So I don't know if you can crush those right now for flat or.
I think it was 982 though.
982.
I think it was 9. I think it was 982.
It's not getting back to 982.
Yeah,
but yeah, it doesn't matter. Regardless, the market's on a nice run. I just wanted to show that whoever that was, that super chat, and unfortunately I can't remember, and it was Bart in the chat that had brought it up and said, good call on Micron. It is back to 920 yet. So
oh no, okay,
it is 920.
Then I'm wrong.
Yeah, there we go. So what's up, Arthur? Yeah. So there we go.
Okay,
so,
there we go.
So don't take the L, and take the L maybe right now if you can, because it's all the way back upside now. And the thing is that I don't know when 0-day options expire. Are those the ones that expire at 4:15? Because if they do, then I think you can get some potential more juice, because I do think Marvell. I don't understand with Marvell today. Remember yesterday, Nvidia got hit to the downside. Nvidia actually went red on earnings yesterday. So although it goes up 10% once the call happens, once the market gets their hands on it, but this is Nvidia yesterday. Whoops, down to 204, 205. We actually heard from Joe. I think he dipped his toes in there at 205. He was talking about because he was mad that he didn't get more shares, actually. And that's what he was talking about, that story about messaging us when it started to rip after that. But yeah, 204, 205. So Nvidia, was down $30 from where it was today. Well, let's call it $25 because it got to 230. But so don't be too discouraged. Whatever happens to Marvell immediately after market. we'll have to wait to see what Marvell does after the call. Remember, I forget their CEO's name. Probably Adair doesn't. But there you go, Pat Murphy. But Matt Murphy, the double M's coming through. But yeah, Matt Murphy right there. I've heard him one time on Kramer there, and he speaks really well about the company. Adair just mentioned that she likes him too there. So I like Matt Murphy. I've seen the guy. I've heard him speak, and I like Mark Benioff. So a couple guys there. I do like Alex Karp just because of how ruthless he is about Palantir. But anyways, Marvell, good leadership. Even if they dip tomorrow, I still think they're a buy. We got to figure out why. But Marvell, I'm excited for that report. And obviously, I am well invested in Marvell, so I do hope for the best and on that name, as we all should, I think, if you're long the market. But yeah. All right, right now, yesterday I said that we're going to go to the European update at this time, so that's not accurate. This is not the European update.
Although I'm sure one could give you the European update because he probably
this
has it all
is the
memorized.
South American market update coming right now with our good friend Juan and Adera.
Here to tell us about the Asian markets, here is Juan.
Thank you, Dara. Hola, Sean. So, Asian markets traded mixed overnight following some regional economic data updates as well as central bank rate decisions. So, we start with the South Korean Kospi up by more than 1.5%. Of course, Nvidia's earnings, definitely a huge optimism in AI led by Samsung up by 4%, SK Hynix up by 2.5%. However, Bank of Korea, they've raised their 2026 growth forecast to 3.3% from 2.6% initially on strong chip exports coming out of South Korea. However, they've also raised their benchmark interest rate by 25 basis points to 3% in a move to curb that of inflation in the region. That's the second consecutive move they've made on those interest rates. Over in China, tech and chip stocks, of course, led advances with Nvidia's strong Q2 results bolstering the index. Top performing index or stocks in China included that of Hygon IT up by 6.5%, Victory Giant Tech up by 5.5%, and Cambricon up nearly 3%, with SMIC up by nearly 2%. However, something interesting to note was Japan. The Nikkei 225 was down, and even though Nvidia did have strong sales outlook and resilient AI infrastructure, their supplier, Advantest, was down by 3.1% yesterday. However, Kioxia Holdings, they were up 5% on the news of chip-making plant. They're going to be building a new chip-making plant in northern Japan to meet that of AI storage demand. So keep an eye out for Kospi at tomorrow's open. They're currently near the 7,000 structural breakout. They ended the day overnight at above 6,900. If tech names like Samsung and SK Hynix can leverage that of foreign funds, they could drive a clean breakout above 7,000 psychological threshold. And of course, everyone's going to be keeping their eye out on Fed Chairman Kevin Walsh's Jackson Hole speech tomorrow, Dara. But it is going to be happening after the close of the Asian markets tomorrow. So still take note of any comments regarding rates or yields. It will give a sense of direction for Asian currencies and growth tech assets at the open on Sunday for the Monday trading session in Asia.
Yeah, so keep an eye on that. And again, guys, 10 a.m. tomorrow, Fed Chair Walsh hitting the Jackson Hole podium. In the meantime, we'll send you over to Sean and Neil to take us through the last 28 minutes of hashtag Power Hour.
Thanks, Juan and Adera.
Power Hour, hashtag NVIDIA.
Yeah, and remember tomorrow, Jackson Hole speeches can really move the market. It's happened before. It's not saying it's for sure, but absolutely they can move the market. Think of it like a Fed day. It's almost exactly the same, in my opinion. But with about 25 minutes to go till the imbalances come out.
So I have a trade idea before we do this because it might happen quickly. So when it was down here and we were at 226, I said we're going to go to 228, right, on NVIDIA. So my bad, we're not long, but we did talk about it at least. We said that bounce off VWAP probably gets us into the 200 period moving average. I want to try this for a long. So I'm going for it. So I have the bid in right now. I'll play it maybe back to 227.50 there on the break. The only problem is the last major break I took was up here at 230 at NEPA, no workout. So I do not like that one there. And little nervous that this one may not trade well into that, but I am nervous that there is going to be an imbalance, obviously, in NVIDIA. I'm not sure the imbalance is going to mean anything because we've done 242 million shares today, but I'm going to take that long. I know it's a little late to the party. We'll try it for a year and a half, and we'll see if we can get something going. We'll probably average back into it. I really want to see it break that 227. Will our last trade on NVIDIA be a bad one? I don't know, but that's something that I'm willing to take the risk on. A 228 break long for NVIDIA there at the end of the day. I mean, you know, we're getting nervous about it down here. I just don't know why I didn't pull the trigger long down there. There goes NVIDIA now going there back up to the upside. And I did find out one thing about my favorite thing that he says now is plant. You know, chip plant. Like we all have our
inflections or
no, like I was going to say we all have our when we talk about people say we say a boot and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, accents.
Accents, right? But I like that one. It sounds so proper.
It does.
When he says that. So
I
was like, man, that sounds awesome. I'm going to try to use that tonight or something.
Oh, we do have a super chat.
My house plant.
We do have a super chat. Before we get to that,
when I water my
this
house
is not
plant.
going to be a reload. If this bounces, the market's coming back up. If this gets back to the upside, this is not a reload situation at all. We have a couple of gifts and a super chat, and want to thank Peter for multiple gifts coming in from TikTok.
Hey-o.
Shout out to all of our TikTok viewers. Hey, if you're watching on TikTok, I hope you're enjoying the show, but you can also be part of the charity, and that's one thing we want to make sure we stress because we're getting there, man. 7,300, we're a couple of hundred away from the third wig for sure. So I want to thank you for. It was 2 gifts. It was 1 and then 2. I want to make sure we get them both there for you, Peter. And from that,
here we go. We're long NVIDIA.
Oh, nice. NVIDIA is going, and our good friend is back.
I just want to tell you guys, I am starting to scalp out a little bit. We are now 20 cents in the money, 35 cents in the money, which is not huge, but I am starting to get a little bit out because it is coming into the end of the day. But let's go on this super chat.
Apparently, Master P's a punk. He's now a big investor in my main rival, Stolen Hand Dryer Inc. We got this whole East Coast, West Coast stolen bathroom units gang rivalry thing going on, and I'm hacking.
Yeah, you got to be careful with that. I mean, you don't want any, former rappers, especially from Nolans over there in New Orleans, getting involved in your businesses. Because next thing you know, Lil Wayne's going to get involved, and all these guys. We don't want New Orleans. Shout out to New Orleans right now. But there it goes, man. Let's go. Hey, we did it again now. So there it goes to the upside there on NVIDIA. There's your 228 break. I mean, hopefully you guys are here for a good time. I mean, I know we're having a great time, and hopefully some of these trades are making a little bit of sense for you guys as well. Not just dollars, but hopefully cents. There it goes to the upside as it continues to go higher right now. We are now well in the money now and really cruising and loving life here as we continue to trade this name, NVIDIA, there today. Oh, wow. I mean, another big one. We want to thank you, Rohan, for that. I mean, that looks like that's a lira. No, not lira. Indian.
Oh, I don't know.
What is the Indian one called? A rupee. That might be a rupee?
It is.
Oh, it
I
is.
just looked it up.
Dang. Okay, good. Sometimes I know the symbols there. I never know the name, but thank God for Andre.
Oh, that's
ear,
a crazy entry.
You're an idiot. Pronounce things properly and everything. So it's a rupee. I bought NVIDIA at 208 yesterday.
Like, look at that long. That's down. I'm assuming post earnings. I know Joe was messaging us. He's like, oh, the 206.
He bought 205 live on the show.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like 205 was while we were there, and then he was messaging when it was at 220. Sorry, our charts, they stop it. It doesn't do justice because they stop before 5 o'clock. Obviously, you guys can clearly see there. But holding on because Giga Chad Jensen, I believe that's what it said. Giga Chad Jensen out there for sure. There it is.
I only have a
Giga
third
Chad
left.
Daddy Jensen Huang. Ooh, I'm gonna get on the bid. Yeah, we got another one. Throw the next super chat up there. We did see it. We got to show it out there. We have our man, Easy Peasy. No, it's not. It's Frankie Bumps. My bad. You guys are straight up gangster.
I told you I'm from the streets of Brampton. I said this 6 years ago. I told everybody, if you know anything about Brampton, I'm from the streets of Brampton. Neil's more from like the high end of Brampton. But this is what I'm doing.
There's a literal opposite.
It's not the literal opposite, man. We're both from Brampton. And Brampton, the streets of Brampton are very hard. So both of us are from the streets of Brampton.
You used to let us swim in your pool in high school.
Don't worry about the pool.
We would go swim in Sean's pool at lunch.
Pool.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. My friends would come to my house, swim in my pool, and I wasn't even there.
Okay, for the record, Sean's mom, she said, if you guys would like to swim in the pool.
Straight out of Brampton.
You're allowed to, and they even left the patio door open, and she told us where the food was in the fridge. Debs
like,
is the best
one
human
time
being.
one-
Debs is. Yo,
I know.
Debs.
We get that message from Bala there, and he's like, "Oh, I'm cooking burgers." I think I was like at football because I never. So I think I know the story. I was never. You guys weren't part of football. So I
No,
think-
we didn't play ball.
Yeah, so I was playing football. So I'm guessing that like if there was,
was like a
not been
camp or
practice.
something,
No,
or
I just mean
something.
like I was probably at practice after school. You guys just went to my place.
I don't remember why. I just remember it happening. So shout out to, hey man.
Yeah, you owe me some money for those burger patties over there.
Hey.
But yeah, so shout out
Talk
to
to-
everybody.
talk
We're
to
just joking around here, but we are from Brandon. Actually, all three of us, both Joe. Joe's from Rexdale. Brendan, myself, and Neil, all from the hard streets.
But we didn't know that when we
Brandon.
met we met Brendan.
No.
It found out like after the fact. All right,
Brandon is a hotbed, I guess, for traders. And maybe. You know,
Is it though? Or it's literally the
Flower
three of us.
City, it's called.
Literally the three of us and Rokalo.
Okay, so it's not the hotbed then.
It's not.
All right, so
I'm gonna popping out of Robinhood. That's too much of a topping tail candle. Or
I mean, we just did it again here. on
bottoming
NVDA.
tail candle and a reversal through 110. So it's 110 half into 110. We'll jump out of that one.
The funny-
Robinhood was just weaker, so we're gonna take it.
One of our friends there, who's no longer with us, you know the individual there.
Oh.
First name starts with M, of course. And I remember he used to come over to my house and we used to go out to bars and everything afterwards and go down to clubs in Toronto. Brampton's like 40 minutes or, I don't know, from downtown Toronto. But I remember he would drive sometimes and we had one of those espresso makers. So he was one of the first guys that I remember like ever coming to my house and just pounding back some espressos before we went to the club. And I was like, oh, it's not a bad idea.
And if you met this cat, you knew like that's exactly
And
Marcus.
he was actually one of the
man.
first ones to
That's
show me.
exactly
I don't know if you
Marcus.
guys know about a Caesar in the United States, but it's the Clamato juice. So it's clam juice, and it's like a Bloody Mary where you have that's tomato juice. This is clam juice, and you mix it with vodka. Anyway, this dude was mixing with tequila, and I remember I was like, "Oh no, man!" Caesar. If anybody here is Canadian,
He was
let
the
me know
best,
if you've
man.
mixed Caesar Clamato juice with tequila instead of vodka. It's an interesting look.
He was
That
the
is-
best dude.
That is for sure. But anyways, there it is. And we took that long break. And we did it for a year and a half. It's a big trade, so we're really happy with that one. We're ending our day off quite nice here, and I think we're having a lot of good talk here as well. Okay, 2% proof on X Katina a bot. Okay, here we go. So not only easy peasy. Well, I'm just gonna go to X. I'll go to X in a minute and try to find it. But I mean, congratulations, easy peasy. That's more of it, man. Getting money there. As bang, you went long at 226.56. I mean, that is the exact trade right there, easy. I kind of think I know what you're doing. Every time I'm saying something and I'm not taking it, I feel like you are. Like that SanDisk trade, we had someone talk about Okta earlier today as well, taking that trade when I'm not. But right there, that was a great breakout. I love that you took it easy peasy. Congratulations, my guy. I'll go check on X to see what you posted up, if it was anything.
So weird. You gotta see. What the heck?
I don't know, easy peasy. You didn't tag me.
Look what's happening in the chat. Why is this changing?
What is it?
Farm traders comment. I'm trying to see what he's talking about, but it literally it's like times CASY. I don't even know what is happening when I do this.
Oh, that happened to me before.
Isn't
See?
it auto
Look
translate?
to the left of your name. Put it off. See? What is that?
What is that?
Exactly. That's happening to me too, Fabian.
Whatever. I don't know what that is. So farm trader, I have no idea what you're talking about. I can't make heads or tails of
Oh,
it.
he showed it right here. He's showing the Katina indicator here.
Yeah, I have no idea. Yeah, let's see what that's about.
I don't know. This is what he built. This is what Easy Peasy just sent to me here. Calm, downtrend, warm, greed, warm. Wow.
What the?
What the? Hey, my guy. You know, I got some naming issue. Like, we got to, you know, there's had to be some sort of a price tag for this. You cannot sell this. No, I'm just joking around. But there it is, the Katina Instincts. Hey, as long as we're in the green down here, yeah, we're happy with that one there. So shout out to Easy Peasy. Thank you so much. I'll read more about whatever that is after, but we got a show for now. But thank you so much. That's awesome. I will retweet that, actually. And I have no idea what it means, but I will repost it. Okay, so there you go, Easy Peasy. Thanks for all the fun stuff. And you're the one that helped us out with some of those fun graphics over the last.
Yeah, those are hilarious. I still have to. I don't even know which one I like the best. There's like 4 or 5 of them, and you made another one, and then we get another view that made another couple. So I'm not sure which one I want to use for my handle. But we have 7 minutes or 6 minutes to the imbalances, or 7, something like that. But Oracle is still 2.5. So this is the one that's going to get the attention, at least for me. It's already starting to slow down, which I don't like. I want Oracle to keep pressing. Like, keep going higher into this buy and balance. Just keep going. Get as close as you can to the resistance at the top. Come out of buy, flip before 355, and take a reversion trade. Like, that's the plan for Oracle. It's just a matter of what this imbalance is going to look like at the time. Of course, there's Nike, 1.4 million to sell side. Shocker alert or spoiler alert, Nike's a stock that is getting absolutely crushed. HPE at 1.1 million. That looks like it makes some sense. But ideally, this would, again, it's a sell imbalance and it's at the lows. I would like to see it flip. I'm not really big on taking imbalances that are random in the right direction. I'd rather it flip, pair off, take advantage of people that are trying to get in the wrong way. FCX.
You guys know Tim Hortons?
Love that stock. By the way, FCX, I'm just going to throw this one out. That's the breakout that you do. This is the breakout that you are not seeing on Freeport. Finally. It finally made the breakout. It took all year. This stupid stock finally does the breakout, technically, that we're looking for on FCX.
So Tim Hortons is some Canadian culture here. My wife is from North Bay, and the very first Tim Hortons was opened up in the early 1960s on Lakeshore Boulevard. I mean, I
didn't know that was true.
Yeah, and I thought it was actually Orangeville, but or something like that. But anyways,
I thought it was closer to us.
Yeah, me too. But there it is, right there. I guess it was a burger joint at one point, but that sure is Tim Horton up there. So an old picture there from North Bay. So shout out to Canadiana culture coming through there. Lake America.
Tim Hortons lost it away.
Hey, right now, yeah, Tim Hortons. That's a.
The coffee's not what it used to be.
No, well,
Everyone
yeah, I mean nothing. It's just very, very fast service coffee. That is for sure. But yeah, Tim Hortons. I still get it every once in a while, especially for hockey. I mean, if you ever go to a hockey arena, basically the whole bin of garbage is
just
full of Tim Hortons cups. Like
it's crazy.
These guys, $2.50 for a large coffee or something. It seems a bit expensive. You know what's really expensive? Dunkin' Donuts is really expensive. Like when I was there in the States, they're unbelievable how expensive it is for coffee at Dunkin' Donuts. Tell me in the chat right now, how much is a large coffee at Dunkin' Donuts? Right here, it's $1.83 or something, and that's Canadian. So you're talking about here in Canada about $1.50 for a large coffee at Tim Hortons. Put in the chat what it is at Dunkin' Donuts. I guarantee you it's $3 at least. There it is. $3.25, $4.50.
$4.50.
I'm telling you, it is like when we were there we were in Minnesota, we were in Buffalo, everything. It's expensive, man.
Oh hell.
You guys, I mean, are those the right prices or just $3.50? See what I'm saying? $4. This is for brewed coffee. Brewed coffee.
Nope.
Well, no, it's not nope. It'll be for me.
No, I'm just saying for me, I can't.
At the end of the day, price is what it is. But yeah, I can't believe, like, when we go there, I'm like, I'm just going to slip in here and grab a coffee. I'm like, what?
That's crazy.
Like, this is $1.75 Canadian. That's like $1.40. It's like $1.25 US.
That's crazy.
Anyways.
It was supposed to, he's explaining it here. The indicator was supposed to be you, but ended up being the reversal, could not code the real Sean experience. Swam instincts and smells blood. So there it is, easy peasy.
Yeah, you got to smell blood sometimes in the market, and you take advantage of that. And I think it's just that Warren Buffett thing. And sometimes it's like and it goes back to some of the reversion trades, right? It's like the market's just so hot, there is a chance for it to drop. Like there's nothing wrong with Nvidia today. I have way too many fills other than that, but it's like, why didn't it keep going through 230? Sometimes it just gets too heavy, and then there's the reversion out and here's the climb back to the upside again. So, the short printed here, the long is printing now. And this is why I scalp out. I know I need to get better at it, but at the end of the day, like those outs up here are now making me feel good. And I only have 25% left of this trade right now. And most of it's out near the tops. So, sometimes you just take profit where it lies, and we get going there. So, all right, let's talk some more about some stocks going on through here. We don't have much halting. Like, that's the other thing. Here's our halt. Whoopsies. Our halt scanner is now gone.
Oh, there's nothing to see.
Man, you eat lunch way too late, no? Here's the halt scanner, BRNX. We got to give a shout out to P8, which is the software that we're using here. Of course, we're trading live on a real trading floor. We have something called a halt scanner. Anytime something halts, it'll show up in here. Wow, here's a good one, Mimi. Right now, 46 million shares, MIMI to the downside right there today. It looks like we did have a reverse split, 15 cents up to $3, so 20 to 1 right there on the upside. Now that's fading out and looks like it wants to fill that gap back in. So I would say Mimi's probably downside after this one. But there's one that's doing 46 million shares there today as well. So a good little look as we just get ready to get set up here for those imbalances.
Yeah,
Oracle's a buy.
It's Oracle, the one that's going to stand out the most. 2.5 million is a lot. That's still over 12% of the day's volume currently, and it's paired off 1.1. So the imbalance is larger than the paired volume. So if it comes out more than 2 million, then this it's going to be go for a reversion, hopefully at like 45. So what we'd be looking for is buy and balance continues to shoot the stock higher, goes public at 350. It's still a decent size imbalance when you get to 53, 54. Play it off the high, it pairs off a bit, and look for a reverse move into the downside. Matt wants us to look at Alphabet. You know what? We just haven't done. There's so much that was moving today. I don't even think we've pulled the stock up today, and there's really not much to see with Alphabet. There's a reason why probably not a single person on the show has said a word about Google today. I can't imagine they have. Look at how choppy sideways this is. Huge move down in yesterday's trade, but it is just the nothing burger of nothing burgers. The good news is it's holding that 200 period on the daily. That's the good news. So all that support that you're seeing, it looks like a consolidation at the 200 period to me. Whether or not it can break away from there, because usually I think the breakout's here. Sometimes you might give it, but the breakout's the high. I kind of feel like the breakout's here at about 343. Then you're getting the gap fill. So step one, held the support. Step two, actually do something. You got to be looking at stuff that's moving.
Oracle's not even on here anymore.
Oh, it's gone?
Yeah.
Dang it. Boom, Howard.
Garner, unless I didn't do something right.
Oh, no, I still see it. BRKR. I still have it as 2.5. But it doesn't matter. In 15 seconds.
Here it comes, yeah.
In 15 seconds, we'll see whether
broker,
it's.
That's why, yeah. Okay.
We'll see.
Yeah, I took it away there by accident. Okay, so here we go. Coming out right now in just a couple seconds. We will get that. My trade on Oracle today was a short right here through 150 to the downside. So, all right, here we go, man. The market is now out for those imbalances. What do we got going on here? We're sorting from the top. Not much. Oh, there's Nvidia. Oh, shoot. Nvidia's a sell. Oh, wow. What? Okay, Nvidia's a sell, so that's fine. Our stop was always going to be, I mean, we still have that same stop in there. Yes. 228. Oh, it almost got filled out. 220, what was my stop out there? 220.70, I think it was. Yeah, 227.70 there. So he absorbed that. I think this is bullish for Nvidia. We didn't actually go down that much. And we said we weren't afraid of this number really today because of the amount of shares it's done. So it's 1% of the day's volume, right? 250 million shares, under 1%.
And it's already all paired.
Yeah, so whatever, man. We're cool with, oh, well, no, yeah, actually it was.
Look at the paired volume. It's huge.
Yeah, it was actually 17 million. So that would have been about 8%, but there it goes.
Yeah.
Right back up
Oracle
to the upside.
Oracle came out as nothing.
I'm going to take advantage of this
Take Two
move.
came out as nothing. The Grand Theft Auto actually moved
There
the
we go.
stock today.
Gotcha.
SpaceX is a small buy of 300,000. MSTR is a buy of 1 million shares. That's interesting. Because MSTR, it's done 35 million today? 35 million? Okay, well, that's way more volume. I didn't realize it'd done that much volume. A million is not that big on MSTR. I forgot it is doing 3x its regular volume today. Normally, a million would be a huge imbalance on this bad boy.
So I just punched out just real quickly out of my trades. Like IBIT not doing anything, so we punched out of it. We had less than 5% left. Same thing, I told you the story about Lucid. We were going to stop out at 10s anyways. I just took 13s, so whatever. Nothing going on there. I wish it was, but we already nailed Lucid. Lucid's one of the top stocks. So my top stocks here are still going to be IBIT, number one, and that's because of this, man. This is exactly what we wrote down on the sticky note today. You guys can go find this at Trader TV Show. I'm not going to show you again. Just you can go on X and find it. It's written down here, IBIT 44.75 long. So, I mean, that's exactly where it came down. That's 44.75. So we hit that to the upside. That was a good one. That's going to be my number one stock. Followed by Oracle, where we hit this 50 short right there, 150 short. Our best fill is 147.70. So $2.30. We actually did pretty good holding this one all the way down. So that was a really good trade there. We're up nicely on the TQs as well. We got that bid. And we wrote down on the TQs 71.50. This fill is 71.50. That's the low of the day on the NASDAQ. This is the one I should be most proud of. Low of the day on the NASDAQ there, coming right away off the open. And we actually talked about that right on here. Look for an open flush, brought to you by NVIDIA. And guess what?
That's not funny.
There's our latest reload, Obi. We actually went long right here. It's Obi sitting here on that break again. So we go short, cover, long, out, upside right there. So there's $1 right there. Adara's always got breaking news. And when she does, we say this. Throw to Adara.
Elon Musk shared an X post in which he says that he expects roughly $3.5 trillion in SpaceX revenue by around 2033. He does not say if this is annual or quarterly. I'd like to guess it's going to be annual. But either way here, just to repeat, we have Elon Musk, CEO of SpaceX, saying he expects the company to post $3.5 trillion in revenue by around 2033. Back to you.
Yeah, well, this is what it did yesterday, and it's also buy and balance for SpaceX.
Wait a minute.
It just ran another $1.50 off of the lows there for sure. So yeah, it looks like another late day rally for SpaceX.
Wait a second. You're telling me that the guy that owns 6.4 billion shares is predicting an absolutely astronomical revenue number?
Oh, it makes sense to me.
Yeah, I mean,
there's nothing.
On that note, I expect Marvell to have a huge quarter, followed by Palantir. But you know what? There's nothing wrong with being honest. I mean, that's part of the problem.
No, but he's always been optimistic. So it's just Elon being Elon.
Take it for what it's worth. It's like Elon saying, "Oh, I have another kid." Guys,
how many kids is he
13, I think it is. Is it 13 kids?
Is that more than?
He pops out another one. I mean, whatever. 14 kids.
What was the guy? Cromartie?
You got
Antonio Cromartie?
Antonio,
Who has more kids, Antonio Cromartie or Elon Musk?
Elon Musk.
But the difference is Elon Musk probably knows the name of all of his kids.
And probably knows each wife as well, probably, by the way.
Sorry, Antonio Cromartie. You're a jet. He was a jet. I'm not supposed to like him anyways. JKL, appreciate you. Thanks for the super chat. I'll tell you what I'm afraid of. Josh Allen, I'm not saying that out loud. And Walsh tomorrow morning fighting the Treasury with his words. Actually, this is something we talked about in the morning. That is the last thing I want to hear from Walsh. If he addresses the Treasury's moves and has anything negative to say, because Walsh and Besant, both of them are like understudies of Drunken Miller. I keep saying Drunken Miller.
Jealous.
Drunken Miller, both of them. So it would make sense if he thought along those lines. You don't want Treasury and the Fed like directly fighting. Bond market's not going to like that at all. That would be bad for this nice rally we're having here. Chain Reactor, Rocket News, please. Is there news on Rocket Lab? Sorry.
They're reporting.
Also, I saw Bigfoot this morning in the Olympic Peninsula. Okay,
very lucky. I one day want to run into Bigfoot.
If you've seen Bigfoot, then maybe that's the sign that we need for Rocket Labs to do something. That's it. We've seen Bigfoot, now Loch Ness Monster next, and then we'll get the Rocket Lab bounce. That's what we need. Or maybe we're going to find some aliens too.
Is Bigfoot
mine an asteroid? The Leafs can win the Stanley Cup. The Bills can win, well, whatever. The Bills are going to win the Super Bowl.
They're third favored.
I say that every year, everybody. But seriously, like Rocket Lab, it sucks, man. Don't get me wrong. It sucks. It just hasn't been good for them. SpaceX has gotten its rally since the pullback, and this just refuses to go. I don't know what to tell you. There's just nothing great about it. Sorry.
Yeah, less than 5% left of Nvidia, and I always say that number, but that's literally what I have, and then there it goes to the downside. So yeah, we stop out of that. We got 229s, man. I mean, look at all these outs. So out now of Nvidia. We are just thankful that everyone was here today with us. I have actually one red stock today, and it's going to be actually Nvidia. Just had too many shares on the way up here during that part, but it was more like right away off the open. This move right there, and then the stop out, I think it was even right there, right off the open. Just too many shares too early on Nvidia. But we still love to trade it, and we're going to be here tomorrow to do more, hopefully, on that front. IBIT was an absolutely great one. So traded 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stocks today. That's it. Not too many stocks. But into the close, IREN today, right? Should be interesting. I think this one has a great opportunity to put up a number, and you're bouncing right now off. So I am invested in this. Like, I might have 2% of IREN is what I have of Nvidia or something like that. It's not. These are just like little ones that we just hold on to, almost like options. So IREN, we'll see what's going on there with their report, and then we have the big dog in my account is Marvell. So I may or may not be here tomorrow depending on what happens with Marvell. Look at what gold and the mining companies are doing right now, going into Jackson Hole. I'm assuming they're going up without even looking at them.
They're flat today, but they've been going up, but they're pretty flat today. I don't know what to tell you. GDX, we'll just look at GDX for the miners because you can come up with one that you like better, or we'll just take the ETF. No, they're doing better. So remember the other day we were saying maybe the miners could pick it up a little bit relative to gold, but GDX is in a nice consolidated breakout. Yes, we should be watching gold and silver during Jackson Hole. That announcement. Silver just hasn't gone. I think it's just lagging the move, and it usually gets swept up. It's a pretty manipulated market out of the metals. Everyone knows that. But I think there's a chance that this could make that breakout at 65 at some point. Maybe tomorrow's the day. Why not? Brad G, thank you for caring for others and organizing this fundraiser. That goes directly to Fabian for organizing this. The world is a better place because of these acts of thoughtfulness. That is entirely true. We are hardwired to be kind to each other. I don't care what anybody tells you. one thing you can always count on, regardless of what you see in the media or ridiculous people tell you, there are more good people in the world than there are bad people. Everybody just loves their kids and wants the best for them. That's the absolute majority of the world. No matter what nonsense people like to say, oh, well, there's so many bad people in the world and all this nonsense. It's trash. There's more good people and things like this, everyone contributing. That tells you the exact story. You know it to be true. That's what it's all about. I want to thank everybody that's contributed. I do know we are very, very close to that third WIG, like super close. I think we're literally like a couple of $100 away. The 7,500, that's the target where you get the third WIG. So 3 kids will receive a WIG that are going through chemotherapy and obviously losing their hair. And there's the man that organized the whole thing.
Look at the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ's going to close at the highs. Yeah, what's up, Fabian? Good job there. Turn around, man. Let's see that. There it is. Wow. That tomorrow gets all chopped off and gets on my screens. Really, Fabian?
Just all up in this screen. All over the screen.
Oh, I love it.
You know what, though? Like, all the static charge probably just got
No,
picked
it's great.
up.
I'm just playing around. That's great. Yeah, thanks, Fabian, for all that. That's going to be awesome.
He just cleaned it for you.
Looking forward. Moderna just got some sort of an approval on something, Spikevax. I think, wasn't that their COVID vaccine? Wasn't it called Spike something? But anyways, maybe Derek can talk.
Oh.
I'm just hearing Moderna receives U.S. FDA approval for updated, this is hilarious, updated COVID right here. FDA approval for updated 2026 COVID-19.
Correct.
Dump it.
And the stock weirdly kind of moved lower, and that was weirdly at exactly 3:56 p.m., which tells me it's a pre-timed release.
I think people, yeah, oh no, definitely. I would say, well,
I think we're past that.
Pre-timed, but the idea was, I think, is the minute someone said COVID.
You sell the stock the second. And
Did I see the market close?
Did we do the
thing
bell?
Show up there. Hit it again. Hit it again. I'm not sure if the market closed yet.
Ding, 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 ding,
Well,
ding.
who hits that animation normally? Oh, we can't
Oh, it's
do it.
automatic. We
Oh,
can't do it
do
now?
it again. Okay, if we can't do it again, that's fine. Well, the market's closed, everybody, and we want to thank everybody for watching us there today. I think it's been a great show. I want to thank my friend Obi to the left of me here for a great week. Obi, thank you so much as he is back, hopefully
back.
next time. I mean, Sharif's back tomorrow, so we'll give Obi a little bit of a break. He can get some sleep tonight or not as he watches Blue Ocean, his choice. And then he'll be back there tomorrow.
Marvell on Blue Ocean, potentially.
Yeah, everything. I think Nvidia tonight. I think everything is going to be popping off there on Blue Ocean. There's Fabian right there, 7,300. Tomorrow's your last day. I have a feeling that there will be some, pumping up of that number tomorrow. So make sure you do join us at the exact same time tomorrow. NASDAQ going out at the highs of the day, right? I mean, we had that TQQ long right there. We have this long and we don't have this high, but there it is going out near the highs. Near at the highs of the day. So hey, Fabian. There we go, more Fabian. Okay, good. Yeah, but there it is all the way to the upside. So ADSK just came out as well. We'll stay back for just a couple seconds here to see if there's anything does come out. Autodesk downside. I'm still waiting for
Affirm's moving.
Affirm maybe is out.
Yeah, maybe
Marvell not out yet. AFRM upside. Okay, I don't think this is out because this is the move is before the market right there. So Affirm just moved at the end of the day. Volume really came into Affirm. If this is a beat, somebody took a little bit of advantage of something there on Affirm. A lot of volume and a lot of a nice
they're
upside
definitely not
there
out yet.
as well. So, all right, we're not going to stick around there tonight. So, yeah, thanks to Joe, Obi, we already said, Andre, Tiffany.
Yeah, the entire team.
Sia, can't forget about
The
Sia.
one and only.
Yeah, we can't forget her. We can't forget Adara in the back as well.
And Ramin. Ramin's in the building today.
Some guy named Fabian that we saw a bunch of times.
Who's that guy?
Today. We're getting ready for Andre.
The guy with all the hair.
And the one and only, man. I'm going to go check my house plants when I get home as well. So thank you to One. I love that accent. We'll see him tomorrow. But okay, man. Good.
Shout out to everybody that donated today.
Yes.
It's all about you.
Thank you to everybody.
All
Sleep
about
well tonight. Tomorrow is another day. We're here 8 a.m.
Wow, just going to cut.
Ciao.